End of the era, baby. 21's gone, son. Cowboys Nation, if you're out there, this one's for Zeke Elliott, baby. Crack him if you got him, son.
Crack him if you got him, Zeke boy.
Zeke boy.
Hey, turn around,
wow.
Turn around.
Am I going back?
Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that?
AJ like burst moded it.
I got excited.
Got excited. Fat figured it. All right. Well, we're gonna usually we jibber jabber a little bit, but we gotta drop it. Like the news dropped yesterday of Ezekiel Elliott being cut after 7 years as the Dallas Cowboys starting running back, drafted in Dallas in 2016.
Kill me.
Looked like he was off to a Hall of Fame career, kind of dwindled. His yards average per carry dropped every single year. But this stings to me, guys. Zeke's always been one of my favorite. Ordered his jersey the day he got drafted. It's
actually up on our wall.
It's up on the wall. It's up on the wall right now. I don't know if I can
see it from there. You can kind of see it right above Alex right here. It's right up against.
Is he gone for good, though? Is there a possibility that he comes back? We're going to just jump right into this. Like, we got to jump in. There's so much shit going on. We can't have our banter. I love our banter, but we got to jump into this Ezekiel Elliott thing right now. Is there any possible way that Dallas somehow retains Zeke before the season starts? Or is he done in Dallas forever?
Of course, there's a chance. I mean, I still think we've talked about it, that he still has value in that he put up... broke the record, 9 touchdowns in a row. So you know that you can bring him in and get 50 yards and a touchdown out of him. And there's always that chance that he comes back and can run that 70, 80, 100 yards for you, or even have better games than that. You look at his stats, his average per season was consistently going down. So
kind of like this.
Yeah, but where's the bottom? Maybe this is it. And at this point, there's lots of teams who are looking for that, especially getting a 3-headed monster scenario. It's a good fit for him.
Do you guys know how old Ezekiel Elliott is? I don't know. Did I put it in chat?
27.
That's fucking wild.
I'm not a contract guy, but
that's wild.
So what would Dallas have to pay? So right now they have to keep him on the roster till June 1st, was it?
They saved $10 million by cutting him, basically. That's the big thing. They saved $10 million.
Yeah.
So it would have been, they tried to restructure, they tried to keep him. I thought if we could get away with him only costing $6 million a season, I think $6 million was the most I was willing to possibly have him count. And the Cowboys reached out. There were some rumors about his dad saying that he wasn't going to take a cut. So now Zeke's basically betting on himself here. He's going to try free agency. And I would be very surprised if a team doesn't come out and take a shot at him. And you got to think of Zeke being a guy that's always been the top of his class of whatever league he was in, right? High school, college, NFL, he was always the top.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a chip on his shoulder, and maybe he doesn't want to come back with his leg or his tail between his legs and sign with the Cowboys. Maybe he wants to go out and go to a different team and be like, hey man, I'm still that guy. So I don't know. It's sad. I know some guys were like, oh, good, glad he's gone. If you're a Cowboys fan, you realize the Cowboys ran that motherfucker to the ground, and his first 3 seasons in Dallas, he was the best running back in the NFL by far. And he was awesome to watch. Even last year, he was probably one of my favorite player on the team. And it's shitty that he's gone, but it was the right move.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shitty part about it. It was the right move. I'm not saying that the front office finally said, you know what, he's past his production isn't what we're paying him. And they made the decision to cut him, and it was the right decision.
Yeah, I agree. I like Zeke. It's sad now that it's happened. Now that you're like, cut him. Or Zeke's not doing anything, cut him. You kind of wish they would have figured out some sort of contract to get it. It would be the saddest thing about it is we go to the Super Bowl this year and we win, and Zeke's not on the team. That would even be more soul crushing, I think.
Zeke will be the last thing on my mind if we win the Super Bowl. I'll just be butt naked running down Las Vegas Boulevard.
Oh yeah.
getting tased by like 6 cops. No, yeah, it would be shitty because Zeke did put in some hard work. You know him and his best buddy Dak.
Yeah,
Dak's got to be crushed.
Well,
Dak's crushed.
Kilo C's saying Dak's gonna miss that blocking. From
Yeah,
Zeke.
that's the main thing. He was the big blocker. It's sad, it's shitty, but the NFL's a business at the end of the day, and the business decision was to cut the guy.
Yep. What up, chat?
What
Everybody
up,
in
chat?
What's going on?
We jumped right into it. We didn't
we jumped
we
right
had
into
to.
it.
It was
AJ kind of likes it that we jumped right
No,
into it.
I love it because it's appropriate, and that is the pre-ramble.
Yeah,
that's the
that's the
biggest
pre-ramble.
news on. That's the biggest news on the docket. If we were to talk about anything else, it would have been false. We needed to get that off our
Had
chest.
to get it out there. You just had to whip it out.
And it's perfect because it's going to lead us right into free agency, basically. And we can start anywhere. Now, just like any sort of video game, we've learned the controls, okay? And now it's an open world. So I'm just saying that because there was so much that happened. I can direct us in a starting position, or we can just go to the floor and start it off.
It's kind of like that yesterday, the last couple days were kind of like that meme of what's the guy that's always with Will Ferrell? John C. Reilly. That John C. Reilly meme of him just looking everywhere. That's kind of how the last few days, it started off with a bang, free agency with the Jalen Ramsey thing, and then like LVE signed, Donovan Wilson signed, Stephon Gilmore traded for, like, I was like, holy fuck, we're actually doing stuff that is super helpful to this team.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm really excited because the cornerback and secondary scenario by retaining Dono Dub,
huge,
and now we got that solid core in the back. They've played together for has it been 2 years now? That
the safeties,
Curse Hooker,
yeah, that's 2 years. Yep.
So they're going into their 3rd years together. Whether or not that means anything, it just means that they've played with each other enough.
Continuity is huge.
Exactly, and now you upgrade from Brown to Gilmore,
which is an upgrade.
It is.
No one's thinking it is.
No one's
for
arguing
sure.
that. Now, from my minimal knowledge, though, does that not kind of give the cornerback scenario in like a nice 1-2 punch?
Brown's a free agent, though.
No, Brown's gone. I'm saying with Gilmore and
I want one more.
and Diggs. No, but okay. Bland, baby.
I need one. No, and that's me taking it Bland into account. I need
Okay.
one more, like,
But though
maybe not a first round priority
Yeah.
now. Maybe not a first.
Sure.
Maybe not even
wide
a second.
receiver is now.
Where I think, okay, we've talked about this, I think, the last few weeks. Well, we've been doing our mock drafts, which we will be doing a mock draft with Deffy Talks Cowboy, with our boy EJ Savage.
EJ's in the waiting room waiting for us.
Coming up soon. But we talked about this in our prior mock drafts. Whatever the team decided to do in free agency, they should do the opposite in the draft. And right now, it looks like the teams kind of use free agency as their defensive side of the ball. LVE, Dono Wilson, Stephon Gilmore. It looks like we're probably going to start leaning. You get rid of Zeke. So now running back kind of jumps up a couple spots for a draft. If we don't take, I'd be very surprised if we don't take a running back in the first 3 rounds.
Because the running back scenario is very interesting. I still have that bold prediction that I'd love to see come into fruition without.
Give us a update. Give us a refresher.
It was with. Is it Dash or Crash?
Crash Splash.
Oh, Malik Davis. Malik Davis.
Yeah, I made that prediction that he's going to come out get
Or Malik, however.
or Malik or yeah. Now you got me confused.
Sorry.
About him. No. But 800 rushing yards is what I called. And
Yeah,
then
you called it.
A few other bonus things. But the point being is I still see that as a ceiling for him, but it's an achievable ceiling. So, but the need is there with Tony Pollard coming off the injury. And look, the dude hasn't really shown to be a full 3-down back. I think he's a very solid 1A option, but either we find someone in free agency, and if not, then we got to go to draft. And there are some nice little tasty treats out there in free agency. But what's that cost going to be? That's the question.
Here's a question from chat from Only Greens. First thing,
Shout out, Only Green, shout out.
2 things to shut him out. One, his first thing that he said as soon as he got in is trade to first for Judy. He dropped a super chat of $4.99.
Oh, ayo, thank you. Ayo.
Only Greens. This one's for you.
Smoke weed every day.
I'll hit it.
Okay, so his question is from Only Greens is, who would you guys rather have, D-Hop, OBJ, or Judy?
D-Hop.
So Anth Bass, D-Hop, and why?
Just his route running and his catchability. Is that a word?
Catchability?
His hands. His hands are just great. His route running's great. I like him. He's kind of gritty too. He just seems grittier than the other two options. He just seems to have that kind of Des Bryant. Him and Des are bros. You've seen him on Dez's IG live. So I just feel like he's a hard-nosed receiver that's willing to get in and do the dirty shit. Where OBJ, to me, and I'll give you the other reasons why I don't want the other guys, or I'd rather Hopkins over them. OBJ, I think if shit's not going his way, maybe he gets a little bit too TO on us, a little bit too Terrell Owens on us. Too hot-headed and just distracts, takes away from the team and puts the spotlight on himself. And then as far as Judy, I think Judy is a very good wide receiver. I just don't want us to trade a first round for Judy. I'm also the guy at the time, and I could probably go back on my phone and find these messages to a group chat that I'm in that was livid when we traded a first round pick for Amari Cooper. I fucking hated that pick and then ended up loving it. So what do I know? I don't know much. But at this point, I would rather have DeAndre Hopkins over the other two guys.
AJ, what do you got?
So I look at Judy in his youth, okay? He's also that kind of receiver that I think he's something around 6'1", 213 pounds. So he's a nice solid frame. He's got a good body. If we're looking at it, contracts aside, or let's say they all get paid the same amount, because that comes into a play for me.
Definitely.
I do like Judy more. Because
you like the fountain of youth.
I love that fountain of youth. And I feel like he would, if we're looking at a longer term picture, I mean, again, contract aside, then that's who I'd want to stick with.
Do you think, just real quick here, do you think they have to restructure his contract? If he gets traded to a team, do you think they automatically have to extend him? But we're saying that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
To answer your question, I think you'd have to look to restructure, and you're going to end up eating it at some point. But again, now that is also linked to if we're going to draft, and maybe Dallas doesn't want to do this, but I would, but if you're going to look to draft a wide receiver, considering who's available in the first round, then I would trade a first round pick for Judy.
Right.
Because I think he's
better, and he's better than some of the guys that possibly could be there at 26.
Yeah, exactly. And they might be better, but I just feel like that's more of a risk-free option.
You're such a size stat aren't you?
I know.
Look,
AJ loves the 6'1", 212.
The 6'1", 212 with 12 inches of girth and length.
Wow, that's not even a soup can. That's like a paint can.
Yeah,
that's a paint can.
Hang on. The most realistic.
Christ, they just asked for a simple answer. I'm just kidding.
The most realistic one, and perhaps it's because of just the noise online, is D-Hop. And I would be extremely happy with that, because then if you only have to trade a second round for D-Hop and now you still got your first round, does that mean we can go after
anything?
Absolutely.
Anything like
okay,
that.
Well, right now, so I got a poll. I ran a poll. That's what I did in the chat. Well,
CTO. My voice just cracked like I was.
Like he's a prepubescent girly.
Oh, would you look at this?
We got 50% are saying D-Hop.
Okay.
17% saying OBJ. 33% saying Judy.
Yeah.
Our boy Barry Grant Jr. says he's coming in here for the smoke. If we ain't taking D-Hop, he's reporting this channel.
Oh, don't. Well, that'll be our third. No, just kidding.
That'll be our third.
But he said to you, drafting a wide receiver is going to have you taking a risk on another Tolbert. You need a sure thing. Screw the kids. I agree with him. I'll take
just because you met with
why
Barry.
Are you pointing at me? I said
just
that.
Because you just because you IRL with Barry Grant Jr. doesn't mean you have to agree with him.
Let's just take the words "met" with Barry Grant and change it with "date." Barry Grant Jr. and I went on a date that night. Okay, and we had
a date in
a New York
city?
date. He took me around to
was John Cusack in the scene at any point?
No, it wasn't like to say anything.
No, okay.
I didn't even bring me back a street rat.
I didn't. But fun fact, Barry Grant Jr. and I, we couldn't find a toilet anywhere on the streets of New York, so we peed in the corner.
So you made one.
That's right. We covered
Big Daddy.
Yep,
like kind of
exactly.
like the scene in Big Daddy.
Exactly. So we have. So I'm going to give my answer, and then I'm going to go to our guests because we have our guests waiting. We got Deffy Talks, Cowboys, and we got our man EJ Savage. We're going to get their thoughts on this question.
Yeah.
I'm picking
Spit it.
Ad's going OBJ.
I'm going OBJ.
Ad's going OBJ. That's such an Adam. That's such a bandwagon boy one pick.
I'm going OBJ because I feel like I would look good in an OBJ jersey.
Okay, that's a very actually. You know what? That's a very good
I need
argument.
to know the trim. What trim OBJ jersey are you getting?
Yeah.
Like what are you going? What kind of trim? What are you going? You going blue? You going white? You going?
I'm going with the Micah Parsons service jersey this year, and then I'll be going with. I'm going to be going with a white
OBJ.
Okay,
that's
let's get the get the guests on, and then but we'll definitely want to hit this question up. But I got a question.
Hit the question up in just for my screen over here because I'm going to go behind baseball.
Yep.
Am I supposed to be seeing your fantasy background here?
Yep. What do you want me to put up?
I just thought you guys were looking at stuff.
We're not looking at.
No.
Okay.
We're not looking at it. Hey.
By the way, my fantasy background is very cool.
It is, yeah.
We're not looking at anything there.
Okay. Bring them on.
Okay.
But I want to know what. Bring them on.
They are on.
Okay, awesome.
I
want to know.
They've been listening to your stupid voices talk this
Sorry,
whole
guys.
time.
Jeez,
Sorry
Louise.
for having to listen to us.
Would you just calm down? What jersey is everyone getting? Just you got to pick your premier jersey that you're getting this year.
Okay, well, let's start off with, we'll bring them on. So we got Devi Talks Cowboys, huge Instagram presence and also writer of Blogging the Boys. And then our big bad draft man himself, EJ Will McClay Savage, who has just joined Twitter, and we'll shout his handle out here later on. But we're going to bring him on, and we're going to lead out with what jerseys would each of you get this season if you had to pick one?
They're muted, aren't they?
No.
Okay.
They're not muted.
Oh,
but I can't hear them. Let's see. Hang on, boys.
We're bringing you in. We're bringing him in.
What do we got going on here? There's an issue.
There's an issue with your tissue. So should we start off with Alex Johnson?
I'll go. So just. Oh wait, I think we figured it out. But I'll still answer. I'm gonna go with a Donovan Wilson jersey. We've been loving on this guy. I love it when he hits hard and he beats his chest. I'm gonna be picking that up and wearing the jersey. So I think it's gonna be.
What color? You got to give us the color, man.
I gotta go blue because I got the white Diggs jersey and that's my dirty jersey.
Yeah, it has like mustard and
Yeah. Okay. So
Limerita.
You said Diggs, but hang on.
no, he said Donovan Wilson.
Donovan Wilson. I'm sorry. I when I get a tech issue going on, I'm flustered. EJ, you there?
Yep.
There we go.
Yep, EJ's in the house. EJ, then we're gonna lead out with you. If you had to pick a Dallas Cowboys jersey tomorrow, what are you going with? What player?
Is this just any player? Or is this between D-Hop, OBJ?
No. Any jersey.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
Past, present, or future.
It's a can fan, EJ. You know we like to jump around topics.
The jerseys that I haven't bought a jersey in a while. The last one was Dak Prescott. So I got Dak, I got Prime Time, I got
TJ Savage just dropped the jersey he would get would be Jonathan Hankins. They have the same last name. He is his cousin. But Deffy, if you had to pick a jersey tomorrow of a Cowboys player, past, present, or future, which one would you be getting? And what color? We need to know at least. I need to get a visual here. What color?
So this is kind of embarrassing because if you followed me for a long time, then you would know that I was the first person on the Micah Parsons train all the way back in 2020, right? I do not have a Micah Parsons jersey yet.
Wow. I'm not judging you.
I'd definitely get a Micah like the throwback jersey. I love those.
The Thanksgiving Day throwback jerseys are fire, man. Yeah, Adam, did you figure this out? Do you have your answer quickly or no? No, you don't?
Yeah, I would get my jersey my all-time jersey would be a Mitchell and Ness Deion Sanders one that I would go with. It's like the oversized kind of old school looking like a weird royal blue cowboy style. That's the jersey.
Not the navy. It's like the. I know what you mean.
That's the one that the one that I would be going for.
And I'm gonna go because I tried getting it in Dallas when we were down there for the Thanksgiving Day game. They didn't have it anywhere. I wanted to get a Tyler Smith jersey. I could not fucking find it for the life of me. I would like to rock a Tyler Smith jersey because I think he's going to be very good in Dallas for the next 10 years, and I think it's a very safe bet. And I'm all about those safe bets.
Oh yeah,
that's why I bought a Zeke jersey when he first got drafted, and he's gone. So we got to bring this back up to our guests, guys. Zeke's gone. Thoughts?
I'm excited for the future. Zeke it's been a long time coming with Zeke, in my opinion. He's a Cowboys legend. He's great. He'll probably be in the Ring of Honor one day, but I'm excited to see what TP20 can do in that lead back role.
Deffy?
Well, I mean, I've kind of been advocating for this for like the last 2 years. So I love Zeke, and he's a great person. I've met him. He follows me on my personal Twitter account. I remember I was like 12 years old, and he followed me on it because I went to a camp of his, and I met him and posted it, and he saw it, and he followed me, and it was awesome. I mean, he complete class, awesome guy, all that good stuff. But yeah, it was definitely time to move on. It was pretty overdue, if I'm being honest.
The business side of football struck, and it was the right decision. It honestly, if he wouldn't have costed so much, if he wouldn't have been on the books for so much last year, and if we would have somehow saved money last year by cutting him, he probably honestly would have been gone last year.
He's part of those. I feel like we're at those last set of backs who've gotten those massive paydays. We're not. I don't think we're going to see those types of paydays anymore. And unfortunately, unlike Christian McCaffrey or Derrick Henry, Zeke just wasn't putting up the production value the way that those guys are.
I got over 52 mouths to feed on that field. Okay, so when I need to ship a boy off into the wilderness, I do it for the best for the Cowboys, and Bat son, I love my Dallas Cowboys.
Well, and the truth is, coming up, and we are going to be doing a mock draft here later on, and we'll get into some more topics here. There's a lot of good running backs in this draft class, and yeah, it's a sad day Zeke's gone, but it's the right move. What else do we got on the docket, AJ?
Well, there was that question thrown out. Who do you want? And we answered already, but definitely want to get your guys' opinion. Who do you want? D-Hop, OBJ, or Judy? Just because his name popped up, and you could throw. To be honest, you can throw anyone else's name who's graced the rumor mill.
Out of the top 101 free agents available, 99 have been linked to the Cowboys. It feels like.
But
I want to throw in.
Go ahead.
Sorry, guys. I want to throw in Brandon Cooks for a 4th rounder.
Hell yeah!
That entices
oh,
anybody.
fucking right. I'd be
for a 4th rounder.
Sign me up, baby. Sign me up.
Okay, so I think if I was going to rank the 4, if I'm adding in Brandon Cooks, I would probably start with D-Hop number 1, just because I think he's the best out of all of them right now. He can come in, he can be a mentor to CD. He's his favorite player, and I think he gets open easily. And he has a humongous catch radius.
Whoa. I'm glad you went with catch radius. You start off with humongous something.
Yeah, and AJ starts getting a boner over
brain
here.
goes, AJ's brain. Yeah, let's get one in here. Crack him if you got him, son.
Just got to cool down after that.
Got it. We got to suck on some alcohol.
Oh, man. Then second on that list for me would be Judy, just because he's still young, like AJ was saying earlier. I had him before the combine. I had him as my number 1 receiver in the same draft as CD.
Wow.
After the combine, I picked up CD just because of the drills where he was catching stuff, crazy one-handed stuff. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah, he had an amazing sideline catch.
Yeah, so I kicked up CD as my number 1, but Judy was still my number 2. It's taken him a little bit longer to get going, but the quarterback play hasn't been the same in Denver. Then I would go OBJ, then Brandon Cooks. I think OBJ is ahead of Brandon Cooks for me, just because you can get him in free agency. You don't have to trade for him.
But this is before Deffy gives us his thoughts on it. OBJ, I just feel like he might bring a little bit too much baggage. And maybe if we can get like how T.O. was his first couple years in Dallas, I'd go for it. I'm just worried we're going to get the T.O. of his later Dallas years. And it just makes me nervous. The OBJ thing makes me a bit nervous that he's going to bring too much spotlight on himself other than winning football games. But I hope I'm wrong if they go with him.
You ain't going to be nervous when I'm dancing to those touchdowns that OBJ's getting.
I would love it. I love being wrong. Deffy, what about you? Who are you thinking out of those guys?
So this is kind of weird because I just made a post about this where I was ranking the top 3 wide receiver options. And so number 1 is DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, I think he's going to be a lot cheaper than everybody's anticipating, because it always happens, right? Mm-hmm. Like you see somebody's like up for a trade, like fucking Stephon Gilmore. You know, like if you heard that Stephon Gilmore was going to get traded a couple of years ago, and then you found out it was for a 6th round pick, you would like be shocked, right? Everybody was shocked. So I think Hopkins is the cheapest option. And I mean he said Ian Rappaport said himself that he like is willing to be flexible. So I just think D Hop is like far and away the safest, cheapest option. But number 2, I'd have Odell Beckham, because obviously like Odell would have a like like you were talking about the TO thing. I just think Odell has that like Des Bryant like aura that like we're like looking for, you know, because we have that on defense with Micah. But if like I can like picture me and my buddy were talking about that. I can just picture Dak like rolling out of the pocket and then like hitting Beckham coming like breaking free somewhere. You know what I'm trying to say?
Coming across the field, there's a they're playing cover 2 or something, and then he comes streaking across into the zone, and he's wide. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like on a broken play. So I can picture that, and then I have Judy at number 3. I like Judy a lot. I mean, I've been advocating for him on Twitter. I think he is extremely underrated. A lot of people saw how like bad he was. I wouldn't even say he was bad. How like mediocre he was in his first year, and thought that's it, you know. But last year he was really good. I was looking at some statistics, and he had like 2 games when you looked at his stats where he had like 0 yards or 7 yards, and in those 2 games he like got hurt and missed the rest of the game. And a Broncos fan actually like responded to my tweet and showed me what his statistics would have been. He would have had 1,300 yards if he finished games.
Yeah, and didn't have Russell Wilson throwing to him.
Russell. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like this guy was getting coached by Nathaniel Hackett, and Russell Wilson was throwing him the ball.
It's spicy.
And nobody's acknowledging that at all.
Yeah, right. No, definitely.
Judy's he's a very middle of the field type receiver because he's a route runner, and Russell Wilson's fucking 5'10". You can't see the middle of the field. So, like nobody acknowledges that type of that fit was never going to work. And he still should have had, like I said, 1,300 yards, 1,200 yards. It was something like that. I really like Judy, but I don't think that I would like think twice about a first round pick. But at the same time, gambling a bit of money on Beckham or trading a late, not late, but like a mid-round pick for DeAndre Hopkins is also safer than trading a 26th pick for.
Yeah.
Let's be. I'm gonna cut in here right now. There is no fucking way we are trading a 26th pick for.
Hey, don't tell me and Daddy what we're gonna do.
Whoa.
I can get drunk off salt sometimes. I'm hearing a lot of sensible information.
If you're hearing DeAndre Hopkins for 2 and they trade a 1 for Judy, I don't know. I'd rather throw a little bit more money at D-Hop, like Deffy just said, for a for sure thing, than gamble on Judy for a 26. Where at 26, look, if there's going to be a lot of good players at 26 in this draft.
Yeah. Yes. If it comes down to it and you can pick those options, D-Hop is the option to pick.
There's also the other option of my boy OBJ with no draft picks given.
True. Just you know what? And that probably tips him in the favor a little bit, because he's a free agent. You can kind of make it work, and then
what are you going to pay him a year?
Fuck, dude. You see what some of these wide receivers are going for? What Juju's 11 million a year? Who else did I see? Or Lazard's like 11. Like,
do you build that?
No, man.
Do you build a contract? Do you build a contract like what they did with the restructuring there of Tyron Smith?
But this is like front load it and then just hope you can change it going down. But let's start at the basics, and we'll ask the guys here. If you are going to sign OBJ, what is he going to ask for him? I'm thinking he's 15 million a year.
That's probably what he's going to ask. Well, 15 million in Bitcoin.
In the $12 million range with incentives for playing time.
Do you think that's happening though? I mean, fucking Juju and Lazard both basically got paid that.
Yeah,
the lizard.
That's a big problem.
That is true.
Lazard deal, Jets were trying to get him for Rodgers, but
for his butt buddy there.
Right. What were you going to say, Def?
I was just saying, like, if Lazard got 11 mil, I thought you were saying 12 mil a year, like normally, but with incentives, I don't think he would do that. Like, I'm thinking like 12 to 14 mil is what he would want. because like the fact the Jets paid it out like a wide receiver 4, a blocking receiver, wide receiver 4, $11 million a year, just like fucked us.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it? The wide receiver market is insane right now. It's crazy.
For me, the $12 million would be the base salary plus incentives for playing time, and then plus for the playoffs and stuff like that.
Playoffs.
OBJ. Here's the thing: OBJ should feel good about taking a contract with Dallas because they don't have a state income tax, and then also they've made the playoffs, 12-win team, 2 years in a row.
Yep.
So he should feel good about the incentives. The only thing that he has to be reluctant about is if he feels like his knee is 100%, and that's all on him. So
you guys see his workout video?
Yeah,
he looked pretty good.
Yep.
Shirtless. AJ was drooling.
AJ was dripping in multiple orifices.
OBJ had his workout for NFL
program.
teams.
Welcome to the CanFan program.
Yeah.
Alex only gives a fuck about Cowboys players in the present, not hypothetical OBJs.
OBJ, sign a contract if you want me to be drooling over you. Okay, there's some incentive.
Okay, so our YouTube poll, and Only Greens dropped a third super chat of $5. Said Deffy is his boyfriend, and this is why. And he took the question from Deffy.
Oh,
originally. So
shit,
you got some.
Deffy, you got some.
You got some fucking swim fans in this chat up in here.
Swim fans hoping for OnlyFans.
I have no idea who it is that said it. What'd you say the name was again?
Only Greens. Only Greens.
If I saw the Instagram, I would definitely recognize it. What was the question?
The question was, who do you pick out of these three receivers?
So he asked it earlier. We stole it from him. He stole it from you. So it was kind of Inception on the podcast.
Hey, that's why it sounded so familiar.
And then Deffy, TSA's in the chat, and TSA saying, Deffy, please say hi. It's TSA.
So even if you
Star Access, what's up, bro?
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Hey-o.
No, wait. Just in case the person that sent the money wasn't here for it, the guy that I would prefer is DeAndre Hopkins because of the floor and because we wouldn't have to give that much draft capital. He's like the perfect middle ground between Beckham and Judy, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. That's why Deffy and I are basically like.
Bros.
He's actually my best friend.
Brothers.
He's actually my best friend, guys. Super chatters.
So like any.
Here's the question.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I have to ask. You shaved your beard.
I did.
know.
Whoa!
I had to. This is what I do. I get to the point. I work outside. It's starting to get hot out, as you can see by my red face. I just have to. I do this. I let it get big, and then I just go. Meh. I was gonna go mustache, and then I just look like I wouldn't be around public, so I just went full shave.
Funny thing is, the carpet and the drapes switch. So when
Jet black down there.
Yeah, when you shave, you grow it out.
Jet black down there, mousy brown up top.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm still going strong.
Your beard's looking good. You got the Canadian lumberjack going. You got the beard going.
I just got a shitty stubble stash here.
Yeah, that's okay.
I get to the point that I just can't stand the fucking facial hair, and just shave it off.
That's why I shave my head.
Yeah.
Not to compare. I wish I had a beard, but I can't grow.
I've had a beard. I've never shown you guys my face, but I've had a beard for 3 years.
Yeah, we're looking
What do you
at
mean?
it right now.
We have a picture. We have a picture of you on screen. You.
Both of you guys are up there.
Both of you guys are up there on our screen.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah. I'm telling you, my balls dropped. That actually scared me. I have the Macho Man style. If you're curious, I got the beard and the long hair.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
That's nice to know.
you're gonna have to fight EJ Savage for that avatar. We could put a different Macho Man for you, but we
Double
thought
Macho Man.
double
Macho Man.
Double machos.
Yeah, double macho. We could do WCW Macho Man, and it would actually and actually work. But Max Rock.
I need a guy with a big beard and then the short hair on the top.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm fuck with you, EJ.
Then send us a Twitter picture, you fucks.
Yeah. Hey, until then, we're gonna keep coming up with different designs.
Until then, we're fucking owning your likeness out of here.
So.
Okay, what do you got, AJ?
So moving on, because we've talked a lot about the offense, which is in dire need when you look at it. Both weapon, I would say all three aspects of the weaponry: tight end, wide receiver, running back. It's like I'm still sitting here saying, "Hey, let's do something." But in just like a good Quentin Tarantino movie, we are suddenly cutting to the defensive side.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about this huge trade for Stephon Gilmore. We talked about it earlier.
Stole him.
Fifth round selection here for trade over to the Colts.
Compensatory. Like that dude.
That's free.
Get rid of it.
That's a free pick. That's a
Fucking
napkin.
just give it away for him, man. For this dude, yeah, granted, some guys are going to say he's 32. He fluked out last year with the Colts. Man, he looked damn good. He looked so good last year.
Yeah, there you go. Quote it. Fuck him.
He was the only player on the Colts defense that I noticed when we were playing against them last year. I was like, man, when I was thinking, when did Stephon Gilmore go to the Colts? Is what I was thinking when we were playing against them. Yeah. And then when we picked up that trade, man, that's just great some moves by the Cowboys front office, who we are very what's the word? We
careful with your words.
Well, no,
now.
we judge the front office quite a bit, and this is a move that they knocked out of the park, man.
Oh yeah, this is a move that we always like every time we see teams like the Eagles do it. Like last year when they got James Bradbury and
totally
like it's like these little like tiny like cheap moves for players that like shouldn't be available for it. That like the Browns getting Amari Cooper.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
That's a great.
Totally.
So, oh my God, it's been so agitating. I've always wanted to do something like that, and we finally did.
And they never do. Yeah. When does this ever happen for the Cowboys? It's never a late round pick for a very good player. Never. It just doesn't happen.
It's also sorry, go ahead. It does.
Sorry.
No, you're the guest. You can go ahead.
We have done one deal like this with the Robert Quinn deal a couple years ago.
True.
But as soon as this deal happened, I posted on Twitter. I said, "This is the exact deal an Eagles front office would do right now."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You're absolutely right.
Well, snorting trash.
Bastards. Hey, so there is the social media. I'm getting it out. Hang on.
Say it, AJ.
Social media blew up with a bunch of clips on Gilmore and his most of it was from last year that I saw. But anyways, it was a lot of these highlights that really got my rocks off and made him look like, okay, this is going to be awesome. But you did mention there was some caution about him too. So what are some of the negatives or some of the... I mean, age. I think we're on a consensus that we're kind of happy with the trade. It's a great trade in terms of what we gave away.
There's no risk right now, right?
There is no risk.
We traded a 5th compensatory pick for the dude.
The alternative technically would have been, okay, do we go out and re-sign Anthony Brown?
And I think this guy is above
an upgrade.
He's above.
I was going to say,
and I'm an Anthony Brown fan.
I was going to say that it's nice. I mean, we do have a pretty young team, so getting a veteran like Gilly in there to help coach some of these guys up on field. Obviously, you have the coaching staff who could do that, but it's different when it's coming from a player who's still in the game who can teach you things that he's learned. And I think you got a guy like that coming onto the defense, and you're just strengthening the strength. So I like it. I think it's going to be good for the team. I'm always preaching, let's get more vets on the team to help these young guns who just get drafted into Cowboys royalty.
AJ's the stat size guy, adds the older leadership guy.
That's what it is.
Well, and to echo adds, I think that Gilmore, he's been an All-Pro, and Diggs he's gone All-Pro too.
Right.
But I'm just saying that with Gilmore, he was the guy who was a ball hawk and straight lockdown whenever he was All-Pro.
And not scared to tackle.
Exactly. And so I think that leadership and just that veteran savvy can help Diggs' development too.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that.
Fuck with me.
And so I guess I want to pivot again in a second here. But with this signing, what are the biggest holes then that still remain on defense? I guess we got defensive interior and linebacker.
Linebacker, I'd say in case and holes and
oh my God.
So holes. This is I would say if I had to look at our team as a whole right now, the biggest hole would look at them as a whole.
Look
at defense.
Just defense. I would say defensive interior 100%. And that's my opinion, and it has been forever.
I'm getting your guys' opinion because I'm looking forward to using this information in our mock draft. So
Yeah, listen. Here, that is exactly what I was going to bring up. I had to. I didn't want to interrupt.
Interrupt, dude. Don't worry about it. Just get us.
So this is exactly why DeAndre Hopkins is the best option. Like I said, he was already the middle ground for Judy and Beckham, right? And he has the highest floor among both of the other options. Great. But now, if you trade a third or a fourth, even a second round pick, you can afford to go best player available in the first round.
Totally.
And if I had to bet,
Truth.
I am like 90% sure that Pittsburgh's defensive tackle, Kalijah Kancey, is going to be the best player available.
Do you think he's going to be? Do you think he's going to still be there?
Like I see, it's very like up and down. His hype kind of cooled down because he was.
What is he, 5'10" or something? He's like he's short, isn't he?
He's undersized and he went to Pitt, so everybody was comparing him to Aaron Donald, right? So
he ran faster than Aaron Donald, didn't he?
Ton of hype. Yeah,
he's not Aaron Donald, but
yeah, it's not even. It's just not. I hate when people do that. Like when everybody was calling Sam Williams Micah Parsons. That is the dumbest comparison ever. Like
he kind of looks like outside that he looks like him. I agree with you.
They do look alike.
Yeah. They look alike. So people were like, "Oh, we have two Micahs. He plays like Mike." I'm like, dude. But that's what I don't know how EJ feels about Kancey, but if he was there at 26 and a guy like JSN wasn't available, because even if we trade for D-Hop and a guy like JSN or Jordan Addison or Zay Flowers made it to 26, I would
double down.
I would strongly lean on drafting that guy. But if those guys are not there, then I am taking Kancey most likely.
If he's there.
Yeah, if he will probably be there.
And you're thinking teams are falling off on him because of his where he played in college and his height, basically.
No, I'm not saying teams are falling off on him. I'm saying the media hype might have
died,
propelled him too much. You know,
right?
They do that a lot. Sometimes it turns out to be true. Like Trayvon Walker when he destroyed the combine, and then the Jaguars took him first overall for some reason. But as for Kancey, I mean, he had an amazing combine as well. And the Aaron Donald comparisons, even though they weren't accurate, that got him a bunch of hype too. But it's starting to cool down, and I think he's going to be a pick in like the 20s. That's if I had to guess.
And so if he's there, so this is good for our mock. This is coming up because I've done a few. I've run probably a couple a day usually. Just while I'm taking a dump or something, I run a couple PFF draft picks or mock drafts, and he seems to be falling there. They're calling him the 13th best pick, but he's usually there at 26 when the Cowboys are picking. I just never pick him. I always just go Robinson. Bijan Robinson.
So wait, hang on. We just established that Anth takes dumps, and then multiple times a day he's running mock drafts, and he's just picking Bijan Robinson every single time. Okay, great. Okay, Alex, what were you going to say?
Sorry.
You should be a detective.
EJ, EJ, I think you did it sound like maybe you had something to say there too?
Well, I was just going to propose the question is how far do we think that Jalen Carter is going to fall?
I'm thinking 5. I think Seattle takes him.
He's making it to Philly because God hates Cowboys fans.
Just don't say that. Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if
Could
you got him.
Could you imagine Carter?
I posted that on my Twitter too.
Oh, guys, don't say that.
Here's the thing, right? There is a shit ton
because God hates Cowboys fans.
There's a shirt God hates Cowboys fans.
That is funny.
Carter falling to the Bears, right? And if the Bears are like, we don't want to risk it, we're just going to take a fucking offensive tackle or a cornerback, or we'll trade back or take a receiver. If it like that, they can so easily do that, and then he could just be there at 10. Philadelphia speaking.
I think Seattle takes him at 5.
I fucking pray.
Seattle. That's the perfect pick for Seattle. It honestly is. At 5,
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just trying to talk myself off the ledge because I never thought of him falling to the Eagles. So I'm just like trying to self-reassure myself right now. You know, when you're like trying to talk yourself into something, like jumping off something high into the water, you're like, no, it's just going to happen. Well, what if this happened? I'm like, no, he's going at 5 for sure.
Yeah, and then you're going to jump and you're going to break your back, and that's the Eagles.
Me saying he's for sure going to Seattle, that just...
Yeah, now he's
definitely
going
not
to the Eagles.
happening.
Sorry, EJ, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is it just makes too much sense for the Eagles because it was like they were going to lose Bradbury in free agency is what everybody thought. Then they re-signed Bradbury. Now they got an extension done with Darius Slay. So they're a corner now.
Oh, my God.
And so it's kind of like, all right, what did they take at this position? Do they want to load with another wide receiver? They've got receivers. They've got so many different playmakers. It's like, what did they add? If you add Jalen Carter, put him by Davis, it's crazy.
They could add a receiver. They need a wide receiver 3, but I was going to say it's a good thing James Bradbury is terrible. I wanted them.
I don't like Bradbury either. But what about the Eagles taking Bijan, man? Because Miles is gone. Miles Sanders is gone.
Yeah,
I honestly thought the Eagles taking possibly Bijan because right now they need a running back, and this dude is good.
I don't know about number 10, but
10's risk. Okay, what about trading back 4 picks then, or 5 picks or 6 picks? They're still 10. They're even if they trade back 6 picks, they're still 10 ahead of us, and they could add 16. 16 seeming a little bit better to take Bijan Robinson than 10, and then they acquire another pick. So that's actually worse. Hopefully they take him at 10.
Way to just talk yourself into a nightmare.
I'm just sitting over here panicking.
Hey, sweating, shitting.
I actually spoke about this a couple weeks ago on my Twitter, and I personally think that if they took Bijan Robinson at number 10, that would be like if they couldn't trade back for whatever reason, and they took him at 10. I'm sorry, but that's a good pick. That's a really good pick in my opinion. I don't care that he's a fucking running back. I really don't.
It's a killer pick because. Sorry, go ahead, Duffy.
No, you go. You got it.
I was just saying it's a killer pick because it hides Jalen Hurts even more. You
Totally.
got 2 receivers with Dallas Goedert, with Bijan Robinson. That O-line, Jason Kelsey came back. I mean, that's just a stacked offense. Yeah. And truthfully, if I was the Eagles GM, Howie Roseman, when it comes time to re-sign Jalen Hurts, I'd say go ahead and walk, and I'll sign another guy like you in the draft.
And if you ever need to throw a
fuck the Eagles.
And if you ever need to throw a Hail Mary pass in the Super Bowl, you just give it to Bijan. It can't be worse than Jalen Hurts' Hail Mary at the end of the game. Hey, Bijan, guaranteed you could throw it 70 yards. Give it a go.
Could I expand a little bit on what EJ said?
Of course.
I cannot
Crack me if you got him.
Because I'm on Twitter a lot more often now, and I can't stand the people that just hate on a certain player because they're an Eagles player. When I say hate on them, like if you want to mock them when something bad happens during a game, that's whatever, right? But when I say hate, I mean like lying about them just because they're a rival. Right? Yeah. I don't do that. I pride myself on being honest about every single NFC East team's players, but I'm so glad that Tua and the Dolphins exist because that keeps a good portion of my consistency with what I'm about to say about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a very talented running quarterback.
Yeah.
And I hate the logic. I hate the logic when people are like, oh, take away his running. I said this on Twitter as well. Take away his running back. Take away his 2 receivers. Take away his amazing offensive line, and he won't be the same. Yeah, no shit. Everybody said that about Dak for years.
Yeah.
Right? I hate that logic. But at the same time, it definitely helps him. A year ago, people were perfectly fine calling this guy worse than Zach Wilson and wanting to draft Matt Corral to replace him. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm not buying in after 1 year of him throwing less touchdowns than Dak in more games. Okay,
right.
With AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and all these little 1 yard sneak touchdown that doesn't move me. I'm sorry. And that once again, this is exactly I feel a lot higher about Jalen Hurts than I do about Tua because Tua is actually a fraud. Jalen Hurts can make plays. Tua's useless. I would hate him if I was a Dolphins fan. Jalen Hurts at least brings the rushing upside. He's a leader. I mean, Tua didn't even get picked to be a team captain. And I used to love Tua.
That's rough.
It's brutal.
Your quarterback's not your fucking team captain?
What's that telling your team?
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he was getting benched for Ryan Fitzpatrick every other week.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? You know?
I think that for Jalen Hurts, he's very reminiscent of Dak Prescott.
Oh, yeah.
Comes in, he's not the greatest passer at the start, really good at running. They shift everything to what he does best.
Squats 1,000,000 pounds.
He keeps on going, and then he can develop. That's one thing about Jalen Hurts that I will say about him is he's a hard worker. He wants to develop. He wants to get better. And so that's a scary thing. But at the same time, whenever quarterbacks we'll see what happens with Lamar Jackson, but when they're shifting towards possibly fully guaranteed contracts and stuff like that, you got to kind of decide what you want to do. Do you want to build a great team around a rookie quarterback, or do you want to pay your quarterback and get less pieces around him and try to make him, have him make up for the deficiencies? So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Jalen Hurts in the future.
I hope they pay him. I hope they pay him. I hope they keep him, and I hope they pay him $90 million a year.
Me too. Look, guys,
pay him. Throw the fucking book at him. Give him as much money as he wants. Give him $100 million billion guaranteed. That's what we all want as Cowboys fans.
Look. I just want to go back and agree. When we say fuck Eagles, we've talked about this, and I believe we came to an agreement that
they're greaseballs.
We're talking mostly about the fans that represent the organization,
the fans, and the city itself, the players.
I don't think we've ever spoken negative. Like,
dude, AJ, after the Super Bowl,
Kelsey's awesome.
After the Super Bowl, I posted a reel on our IG at Cowboys Can Fan on Instagram, TikTok. Crack me if you got him, son. Twitter, any of that shit. I posted a clip of me saying how good of a game Jalen Hurts had in the Super Bowl, and I got fucking torn apart by Cowboys fans. Well, he's an Eagle. It's like, well,
this is exactly.
It's like I can't say a player had a good game because he plays for the team that we hate.
We're not out there to like. If there's a lot of players on the Eagles that if they were free agents to come play with the Cowboys, I would want them to come play for the Cowboys. So like, it's not a hate on the players at all.
AJ Brown,
people suck.
AJ Brown, would love him.
I did not like AJ Brown until. Yeah, I did not like AJ Brown until he became an Eagle, and I was like, "Fuck, that guy's
Tennessee,
a badass."
Lame, and then he's on the Eagles. And you're like, "Oh my god, this guy's the GOAT."
What's weird with AJ Brown is he was kind of injury prone with the Titans, and
I know he was on my fantasy. He was on my fantasy team. He fucked me up.
So it's kind of weird, but one name that got brought up in the chat that I saw from Barry was Adam Thielen. Does that move the needle for anybody?
Oh, not me.
AJ, do you like Adam Thielen? Thielen? Is it Thielen or Thielen?
It's Thielen.
We're Canadian, so we say everything a little bit different. It's Thielen, eh?
Of all the names that we brought up, he's fifth on the list.
He's like ninth.
Yeah. If we can accept, like, I'm not
out of the five guys, he's ninth.
I'm not excited about signing Thielen unless it's for a minimum,
like 500,000.
Like going back to the wide receiver, I don't want all the names that we've talked about today. I'd be outside of maybe even Thielen. I'd be happy with us signing regardless. I don't want them to just sign some random like James Washington, and you're just like, I just like James Washington do shit for us.
Honestly,
I don't want that to be the move.
Can I drop some truth bombs here? I would 100% rather take Cedric Wilson cut from the Miami Dolphins.
Yes, I would do that.
Than an Adam Thielen or Thielen by a long shot.
Yes,
I would too. But I think that if history repeats itself with the Dallas Cowboys, it's going to be a vet signing that kind of is from left field that nobody really necessarily wants, just to cover their bases in case they don't.
I hope they don't do that, but that's kind of
nuts.
It's like on that. I really do love signing. What's next?
T.Y. Hilton. I like the T.Y. Hilton signing because that came out of nowhere.
No, from Dolphins.
Seti.
Seti the Annie. I love.
AJ,
I would love to.
1 out of 10. How high are you? Give us a quick 1 out of 10.
Up to 6.
We're at a 6. You're at a 6 out of the 10.
Hey, it's been a good conversation. I like to sit back and listen and puff like a Gandalf. So
when AJ's not talking, he's puffing.
He's smoking weed. Yeah, if you haven't heard Alex talk for like 20 minutes, he's high.
Okay, no, Seti is a good one, but with the only other two dudes that I was really considering, like, okay, what?
The only other two dudes you're considering, I thought about you and two dudes that you're considering. That just made me laugh.
Okay, well,
that's
these two. Let me tell you their names because I'm open like that.
I like it.
Juju and Myers.
Juju's gone.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
gotcha.
Those were the other two guys who was like, well, if they signed these dudes instead, one of these two dudes instead, and kept the picks for a reasonable. But then I saw how much they were going for.
You brought up Meyer in the group chat. You did.
Yeah. But Not for fucking whatever it was at 11 or 12 million. Yeah,
the wide receiver market's insane right now.
Once you get up to that amount, now you're talking about just restructuring and trading for one of these dudes. So sorry.
So for me, I think that if we're not going to get to one of the big fish guys, the OBJs, the D-Hops, whoever it may be, then I just really want to build through the draft.
Yep. So, totes.
You got to remember, the Cowboys invested in Gallup, and there was a lot of people online who, and I love Michael Gallup. He's great, but there's a chance that he just repeats what he does last year, right?
Shut your face.
I'm not saying I want to see that. I'm saying there's the chance that that's who he is now.
And there's also the chance that we end up having a deal on him.
AJ, aren't you the guy that wrote an article about Gallup having 15 touchdowns and 1,300?
Oh, he's got receipts.
Was that Gallup or
he's got EJ Savage has receipts.
That's
boom, son.
No. Go ahead and read the article at cowboyscanfan.com/blog. Thanks for the drop cue.
I think that also one thing yes, Tolbert didn't play last year, but he has been grinding with Dak this offseason already, and that's a good sign from a young player, and hopefully he can at least give us something, whether it's 400, 500 yards, who cares? It's
10 plays instead of 2.
Prove us wrong. Yeah, hopefully he comes out and he wants to prove everyone wrong. He's got a big fucking whatever it is
chip
on the back. Yeah, chip on the shoulder. And
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I didn't know if you were going somewhere with that.
I wasn't. You know me,
dude. You know me. Just go for it.
I'm on a runaway roller coaster.
Steffi, we'll know you. We'll know you've arrived on the CanFan cast when you don't say sorry after you interrupt someone. That's the key to it. You just start talking. That's what we do to each other. We just cut each other off and go. So
I think it's the Canadian in me.
You're more Canadian than us right now.
There you go, son.
I was gonna say that I feel like speaking of Jalen Tolbert, right? I feel like that I would be pissed off if we signed a guy like Adam Thielen or a guy like T.Y. Hilton, because what is the point when those guys are they don't have any juice anymore? You know, I'd be really mad if those guys were on the field over like a Jalen Tolbert or over whatever rookie we got. Now, if we get an actually good player like Odell Beckham or DeAndre Hopkins or obviously Jerry Jeudy, then that's a completely different story.
Yeah.
And then even then, right, you get one of those guys and then you draft a receiver, then okay, Jalen Tolbert can go fuck himself. That's fine,
totally.
Right?
Yep.
But I would be furious if we had Adam Thielen on the field over Jalen Tolbert when that last year was his redshirt year. We can pass that off as him fucking redshirting it.
Totally.
Now let him see the field. And I've said I want him to at least get a shot. You have
to give him a chance before everyone was like, cut him. No, you have to at least let the guy. No. You have to let the guy actually play and make sure that he actually sucks. Before you make a move.
But that's fair to say, because I'm on that boat that is saying cut him. So I say okay, that's fair. But why then wasn't he playing?
Because I believe small school didn't. Yeah. It was 1 year.
He wasn't ready.
Right.
Wasn't ready.
Like you said, he wasn't ready. But I mean, he was drafted in the 3rd round, and they said themselves that they like the expectations they had set for him, and he basically just had too much on his plate. Like they gave him what they tried to give him what they gave CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was the best receiver in his class. I know EJ said he had Jerry Jeudy ahead of him before the combine. But then after the combine, he had him first for obvious reason. But I personally believe Lamb was always wide receiver 1 from that class. And if you're really going to give the small school guy out of South Alabama who plays fucking, like my friend says, Roblox engineers, right? If you're going to give that guy the same thing you gave to a future all-pro, then that's just bad management, in my opinion.
It is, and there's Hall of Fame. There's lots of guys. There's lots of wide receivers that have taken a year or two to find there's first round guys that take a year or two to find their foot in the league. But I'm full on that after this season, if they do give them time, and I know we're shifting gears. We're talking about something that we didn't even try to talk about today.
Great, I love it. This is the flow.
But if Tolbert doesn't come out, and because man, after the draft, I was like, I feel like Tolbert probably has the best chance of being our best rookie, is what I thought.
But can we just hope that, well, what I would not want, I'm totally fine with that and letting him develop, but don't let that interfere with decision-making processes. If there's someone there, don't be like, well, let's not, don't let it affect make it based on the player itself. And if you think that they can be the upgrade, then bring them in.
But if they're both, say you got a guy that's 30 and this guy, and they're kind of at the same spot, and this guy has 8 years of tape, this guy has 0, you got to go with the guy that has 0 tape, right? If they're even, I'm saying the nod should go. Nod should go to the unknown, in my opinion.
Well, if you're already invested with this player, you got the money. Then perhaps
that's the only way I agree that maybe you take him over.
Well, and I think that with Jalen Swolbert, they also threw so much on his plate with him trying to learn all the different wide receiver positions. Then on top of that, all the option routes that Kellen Moore wanted to have inside of the game plan. And for a rookie out of South Alabama, like Duffy said, that's a lot. So I'm interested to see, but I want to shift the conversation for a second.
Ooh, I like it.
A guy who has got the opportunity to play a little bit, and it was a high drafted player in Kelvin Joseph. Are we cutting him this year? Are we using him trade bait or what?
Cut.
Trade bait at the I'm sorry.
For what?
Everybody's been. I'll take a fucking 6th round pick, man. I'm so.
I don't even think you're gonna get a 6th round pick for him.
I'll just cut him then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think cut.
Tired of everybody being like, "Oh, we need to cut Jordan Lewis." Like, we finally have a good secondary, and you want to get rid of
the guy that was hurt.
The starting slot corner. I'm sorry, I really am when I say this, but Deron Bland is getting overrated as fuck.
No, I agree. I honestly agree.
No.
I agree. I honestly do agree.
Sorry. There's a difference between overrated and bad. He is excellent for a rookie that got thrown into the fire. I mean, he was excellent, but now people are talking about cutting Jordan Lewis. Do people not realize how once again, me and my buddy were talking about this, but it is so hard to come across good slot corners. Yep. Yeah, Jordan Lewis tore his ACL, so Deron Bland could take his job.
But keep both of them, though.
He's also younger.
But keep both of them.
Training camp battle.
At the bare minimum, you have an amazing backup. Like, what?
Yeah, it makes zero sense. Get rid of Kelvin Joseph. Cut him.
Exactly. With the news yesterday about CJ Goodwin coming back as a special teams ace, I don't think John Fossil keeps on Kelvin Joseph for that special teams role. And I think that with the Gilmore addition, we're not looking at cornerback as a high draft pick as much. So we're probably going to get a 3rd round guy in there.
I think so too.
If that's the case, you have to cut Kelvin.
Yep. So we're going to, AJ, do you have one last article or anything that you want to talk about? And then we got to go mock draft version 4 because we know the way we got it. We got a crew here. There's 5 of us. You know the mock draft's going to roll for a bit.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing for time? You guys still good for a bit?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're.
not you. I know you're good.
I'm sorry.
We know you're good, AJ.
We know you're good. I'm asking the guests. How are you guys doing for time?
Oh, I have to go in 10 minutes. No, I'm just playing.
All right. Okay. So Deffy's gonna miss the mock. I'm just kidding.
I thought you were serious. Oh my god.
Got him.
D's nuts.
I'm good for another 2 hours. If that's okay.
Fucking right.
Oh shit.
Let's do it.
We might be in the war room for a bit. No. So the only thing I actually do want to, the only thing I want to kind of talk about is the re-signing and restructuring that's been going on. I'm a big cap addict, okay?
And I don't even pay attention to it.
And one of them is Sports Rack, and the other one's I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't pay attention, so I don't know what you're asking me.
But anyway, something that's kind of confused me, and we can talk about the other resignings and what they mean, because I think it's just cap magic, right? They just find a way to be like, okay, we're just going to dissolve $6 million and pay it off book. And not to detour, but this is how we do it here on Can Fan. I always was questionable about that Tom Brady move where he took what was it, $1 million salary or something like that?
Yeah, to help to.
Anyways, getting back to the point, the re-signings or the restructuring re-signing, I don't know what it actually was of Tyron Smith, where he's getting $6 million in his first year.
Wait, you want me to bring that up on the screen once?
You could bring it up, yeah. But he's got a $17 million max. So that's great, okay. But how does that affect? The question I couldn't really get a clear answer on was how does that actually affect the salary cap? Because if it doesn't mean that you free up that whatever?
So with
Yeah.
AJ, so with the salary cap, it rolls over to the next year. So in case that Tyron Smith doesn't play, let's say he only plays 60% of the snaps, that money that's not used will roll over to the next year and can be used then. So that's how the play incentives. Yeah, that's how that comes into play.
Interesting.
But his base salary is the thing you need to look at, which is the money that he's actually due at the start of the season, and then he'll get game checks, etc.
Okay, so let's say that he ends up playing all of the games.
Which isn't going to happen.
Well, it's not going to happen. Absolutely
The
not.
Bionic Man playing all games? No way.
There's not a fucking chance.
Do they have to plan so let's say they max their salary cap out, they got $1 million space, and then he ends up playing all of his games, so now they got to pay him an extra whatever it is, looks like 6 or 7 million there, or more. Now they're over the cap. So what happens for the Cowboys then?
Interesting. That's actually something. AJ, that's a good question.
Look, I care about this stuff.
That's a good question. I don't know. You're saying like incentives.
I'm wondering,
is it predetermined against the cap?
Exactly, because my whole point about this is that's great, but if you can't use that space because you have to keep it open just in case, then who gives a shit? It doesn't do anything.
Then it's not. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Then it's not a bonus.
I just want to know, do we get to use that fucking money or not?
So Adam, go to overthecap.com and then type in Tyron Smith, and then we can look at his numbers broken down exactly what it is.
Already locked
Actually,
in?
I'll give you some behind baseball. Whenever you see a website, that's actually Alex. I know you're thinking, how does someone that stoned even use the internet? but he does it.
Okay, Alex, go ahead.
I'm here. So
actually click on his name right there.
okay, and then so now I'm here on Tyron Smith, and now what am I looking for?
This is exactly how Jerry Jones makes decisions. He's taking a dump in fucking AT&T Stadium, and he's looking at
beyond the cap,
over the cap or over the cap.
Okay.
All right, so 2023 salary cap charge is $8 million, and that's what is.
So it's total.
The cap for that.
So it's total. So it's the bonuses and the guaranteed salary.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
So they save money if he doesn't hit that. Then I guess.
I mean, this is the question I
like it. I like it.
I like it too. But then why don't you just make this deal with every single fucking player and get them for half cost?
Because here's the thing, right? Not every single player is 33 years old, coming off of like 4 straight years,
where
playing like 10 games.
Yeah.
Or less, okay.
Yeah.
And like if you try to sign like this would be a good example for a guy like Odell Beckham, right? But if you went up to fucking prime Christian McCaffrey and we're like, hey, we'll give you $6 million and in incentives it'll be $15 million.
Tell you to pound. He'll tell you to pound sand.
Yeah.
So he'll say get out of here with that BS. But you go to Tyron Smith, who obviously has had some. Well, every year has had some injury issues the last 4.
And they have to. I mean, an
deal.
injured player has to look at this as a good deal because what's the difference?
Totally.
You're gonna get cut.
Oh yeah.
Totally a good deal for him.
With the rework of the deal, actually, Tyron will actually, if he does play every single game, he'll actually earn more.
Yeah,
he
so
will.
It's a
He'll
good
more.
deal for him. So it's a win-win for the Cowboys. I posted this on my Twitter, but it's a win-win deal for the Cowboys because if they do get Tyron Smith for the entire year, that's a win. You're getting one of the best left tackles in the game.
Yeah.
And he obviously gets that win total up if he is playing that.
Question for you guys with Tyron Smith though. Is he where are you putting him on the line? Like if Terrence Steele's back,
Left tackle.
you're saying left tackle, and then
I didn't even have to think twice.
And then we lost McGovern, so you're saying I know, me too. It's a weird spot for me. I'm in the same. I love the confidence from Deffy, but I think I'm a little bit on EJ's side here, where I don't know where he fits.
Let me make my case. Right?
Okay, let's hear it.
Here's the thing. Okay, Tyron Smith is like he's not just going to move into left guard, right? Like that's just and
that's not happening.
It would be awkward. He's not used to it.
It's not happening. He's not playing guard. Not a fucking chance.
Exactly. So you're going to get the best play out of Tyron Smith at left tackle, the position he's played for 10 or 12 years, whatever. But if you with Tyler Smith, you're going to get great play no matter where you put him, and you're going to get elite play if you put him at guard.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And he's only going to get better, right? But if you put him at the easier position to play, it's going to be perfect. Now here's the other side of it, right? If a guy like Pete Skoronski, I can't remember how to say it.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. If he falls somehow.
If he made it to 26, you take that guy, move him to guard, and have Tyler Smith at left tackle with Tyron being your swing. You know, I mean,
could you imagine Tyron Smith as your swing tackle? You're in a good place.
Ridiculous.
You're in a good place if he's your swing tackle. You're fucking winning at life if Tyron Smith is your left tackle. Or swing tackle. Swing tackle. Sorry.
For me, I personally think that Tyler Smith was better at left tackle. That's the more valuable position. And so I would want to keep Tyler there. But like Duffy's saying, I don't think that Tyron has that position flex. One thing that was brought up in one of the shows that I listen to a lot is, do we want Tyler Smith to grow into that Tyrone Crawford role where he's a tweener? He's not really playing at D end or D tackle. He's always switching back and forth, and that actually is at a hindrance to his career. I don't want Tyler Smith to be that guy.
Me either.
And so I personally would keep him at left tackle, try to find, and this is not what the Cowboys are going to do. I think that the rework of Tyron Smith's contract, I think that it is Tyron at left tackle and Tyler at left guard. But I think that I would rather put Tyler Smith at left tackle and then find a guard in the draft.
Where did Steele play before?
Cowboys drafted him.
No. Position.
He's always played right tackle.
Always right tackle.
Okay.
He was just very bad. He was very, man. He had that guy talking about leaps. Man, when they were keeping him over Lael Collins, I thought that I was like, what is happening?
You thought they were smoking more weed than me.
I was like, what is happening with life right now? And then
I was pretty pissed off.
I was mad, dude. And then
until I looked at his stats playing right tackle compared to left tackle, because I feel like Steele played great and everyone loved him until he had to play left tackle because Tyron got injured.
And that's probably what happened.
At right tackle. So in that year where Lael Collins went down or was suspended or whatever it was, I don't remember. He actually played super good
at right tackle. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was actually kind of on board with it because we're getting a cheaper player and he's what's considered a restricted free agent.
Yeah.
So we can actually retain him for even cheaper, and that's what the Cowboys did.
Yeah, but EJ, as someone who isn't sensible like me and sees a news article and gets angry, I went, Lael Collins gone.
Yeah.
Terrence Steele's bad.
Would anybody be interested in bringing Lael Collins back if the Bengals release him or if they already have him?
Yeah.
But playing
you
him
wouldn't?
At left guard?
Not even as a backup?
Play him at left guard, though.
Well,
I'm sorry. Left guard, though, Duffy.
Here's the thing, right?
Penalty
it is
machine.
So much easier to find a guard than it is to find a tackle. So that's why I was talking about you could always draft a guy and put him at guard, and if it's not working out, like if you really want to keep Tyler Smith at left tackle, you could draft like I was just saying, you could put a guy at left guard that you draft, and if it's like I said not working out, then you can move Tyler back to guard and then have Tyron at left tackle and just leave it alone.
Yeah. So here we're gonna do one of these real quick. Crack him if you got him, son. And we're gonna do this draft. No.
We're gonna talk. Hang on.
Cutting you off. Nope. I'm just kidding.
Oh God. We're gonna go right into the draft, but.
Oh, we lost you. Did you mute him?
Yeah.
You
wow.
muted him.
The Bai brothers are getting are double teaming me.
The brothers are getting you.
First of all, Lael Collins still has $8.3 million on our cap.
Buck.
So don't be thinking he's not part of Cowboys Nation.
The ghost of Lael Collins.
He's still floating around the fucking hallways there. Jerry sees him.
He's still floating.
But Cowboys.
That's a big hallway blocker right there.
Just like Harry Potter. It's like, he's nearly Lael Collins.
You don't want a Lael Collins ghost coming at you, man. That thing would be fucking terrifying.
Oh, fuck. But total team cap space, and this is by over the cap, so if it's wrong, go have a quarrel with them. But $22.8 million, that's enough for a big signing. That's what we've opened up money for. So the question is, before we head into draft, sorry, go ahead.
Zooming in for them.
Sorry, I had another question after yours, AJ.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. So we got two questions. I'll ask mine first. What are you going to rate the Dallas Cowboys front office I guess it's the end of the free agency technically right now.
Well, start like they can run.
They can still, but isn't it like a 3-day?
No. It
No, they just have
rolls,
to,
baby.
you
Well,
have to be
so
under the
far
cap
then.
space
So far.
you have to be under the cap space
Yeah,
by
for-
Wednesday at 4, right?
Okay,
Is
so
that-
I'm gonna give you. So you're asking the grade we get so far.
Yeah.
If we sign any of the 4 wide receivers that we talked about, Hopkins, OBJ, Cooks, or who's the 4th? Thielen,
Thielen,
not
not
no,
Thielen.
Cooks,
He's
no.
5th.
Yeah, okay.
Cooks.
Oh, and
No,
Cooks.
Cooks.
So
Judy.
okay. Or
Judy,
sorry,
Judy.
Judy. If we get any of those guys, I'm saying an A. Like
Yes.
I'm
I'm on board.
LVE
But
was
right now, without that,
without that, I'm saying a solid B plus.
yeah, that's fair.
I'm
I'm
saying
saying-
minus.
B minus.
Okay.
You guys are. I'm sorry. You
We're
guys are
Canadian.
kinda
We're
freaking-
optimistic.
No, I'm saying like it's an A plus. I would say.
Right now, so far.
Already?
Oh, I liked it.
I'm
I like
sorry,
it.
But they have perfectly restructured all. Like I hate giving them credit. I really do. But they have perfectly restructured everything to where we have plenty of money, like you said, to make a move. And we also re-signed our 2 most important free agents for a bag of chips. And we got a top 10 corner, top 10. He
So-
is top 10, EJ.
So
For
Deffy,
a bag of chips.
Deffy, I'm gonna call Stockholm syndrome on you when you've been held captive by such a bad front office for so many off seasons. When they finally are like decent, it seems like an A plus.
Well,
They need that. They still need.
I love
they need.
this. I
They need a
love what-
blockbuster.
Okay,
They
okay.
need a
I love what
blockbuster.
Deffy's saying.
okay,
I
let-
love what he's saying right now.
Okay, but
My point with the front office is that yes, they cleared all that space, but if they don't do anything with it, was it
Yes.
worth it?
Okay, so
If you're just
I-
putting money
100%.
back
I'm telling
anyways.
you, they're gonna do. Like
They are.
We can come back to this. I guarantee they're gonna
Exactly.
do
So
something.
if we're
Big signing, A plus. If they have a big signing, A
okay,
plus.
so this is where I agree with Deffy that right now on the trajectory with exactly where we're in the position, we're at an A plus. If they don't make that big signing with that cap space,
B plus.
it's easy a B plus.
yeah.
I'd go B minus if it was that.
Yeah, but we're brothers, so
I'd
we
be pretty
agree.
Negative.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I still have some self doubt that they're going to come in with a Dalton Schultz deal, and I'm going to be pissed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don't make this a C plus draft or off season. Sorry,
And in the
God.
before we move on to who had the question?
EJ.
EJ before yeah.
So
But
here's
before
my question.
before we
sorry,
move on to
go
that,
ahead.
my grade real quick. And we don't in the school of AJ, it's hard letters. There's no plus or minus.
You're saying a D, aren't you?
They're getting a B.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that.
Because I would go B plus, but we don't do that in my school.
You're just
Probably
going.
the fairest grade you've given, or like the fairest grade anyone's given. I mean,
I think B's great. I honestly think a B, a solid, just B, and it cuts to the chase.
Yeah.
No interpretation. It's a B.
Now you do any of those moves for the wide receivers, you're valedictorian of this motherfucking school, okay?
And what are you going? You're getting an A.
You're getting a fucking A plus.
No, you
highest
said you don't
regards.
do plus.
You get an A plus. It's highest regards.
You get A plus when you said either.
Okay, this is what we're doing. EJ's question. Draft.
Draft.
Okay,
Yeah.
EJ has a question, but I wanted to give a shout out to Dallas Cowboys Chris showing up in the chat.
Dallas Cowboy Chris,
Sup,
great,
sup?
great human being.
We might need to lean on you in the draft here.
And then Aiden Frey, and I think this is coming from the first time I saw this was from Deffy. Was man, D Hop is the final Infinity Stone for in order.
That is.
Yes,
That is.
So that was a Deffy thing. So, anyways, EJ, hit us with that question.
My question here is: say we can't get D Hop, say we can't get Judy. We're stuck between these 2 free agents. Which one are you signing? OBJ or Bobby Wagner? And we get that super elite defense.
Wagner. I'm just saying Wagner.
Because we can still draft 2 wide receivers if we need to.
I'm saying Wagner.
no.
OBJ.
You can go
OBJ.
heavy offense.
You gotta go
heavy.
OBJ. You gotta go OBJ.
I'm going OBJ.
Bobby Wagner's a little overrated, if we're being honest.
Whoa.
So
Yeah.
so wait, no, wait.
Makes
So
me think. It
no,
does
just
make
wait.
me think.
AJ, you ponder on this. Right now we got Adam,
Yep.
Bandwagon Boy 1, Deffy Talks Cowboys. They're going OBJ. You got the more sensible side, Anth Bess,
Man.
EJ Savage saying Bobby Wagner. You are the tipping point.
Oh, you're the tiebreaker.
You're the tiebreaker.
I need to hear our guests' arguments.
No.
I need to hear their
No, I
arguments.
like it. I like it.
Let him.
I like the argument.
I need to hear their arguments because I am guys. I'm
He's a
sitting
bandwagon
on
boy.
the
He can be
fence in a
swayed.
little mini skirt, and I'm going, "Hey, who wants it? Who wants it?"
EJ, do you want to go first or?
EJ, go second. First is always the worst. Deffy, what do you think about OBJ?
Here's the thing. I won't even get into OBJ, right? And I mean we didn't. All I have to do is talk about Bobby Wagner. Okay?
He had a great season last year.
Okay, let me just put it this way. If I gave EJ fucking algebra test when he was in the first grade, and I gave AJ a simple just 1+1 test, right? Which one would grade higher?
EJ.
EJ, definitely. I was a child prodigy, brother.
Wait, I didn't hear my thing cut out. Could you guys hear me?
Yeah. Or we heard at least part of it.
Okay, I was just saying if EJ got a multiplication test and AJ got a simple addition test.
Oh, it's multiplication.
Who would
now.
grade out
winning.
on higher, on average, right?
EJ.
Obviously-
I don't even listen. I don't understand what you're asking. I find that quite offensive.
He's saying you would win. You would say you would win. You would
okay.
score better.
on
I can do
average,
math.
The person with the easier task will do better, right?
Okay.
I thought Bobby Wagner was fantastic for the longest time last year until I saw this entire explanation around his PFF statistic. Because when I looked at last year, I was like, Bobby Wagner is terrible. Like, I looked at his stats. I mean, not his stats. His all 22, he was horrible. He single-handedly lost the Seahawks the Bears game. Like, on his own, he was terrible, right? But when you look at the context of him being I don't know if it's the first or second highest rated linebacker in the NFL, it is because the Rams ask him to do much more simple things, right? So a bunch of guys around Bobby Wagner that graded 65, 67 last year were all in the 40s this year. You want to know why? Because those guys had much more on their plate, and Bobby Wagner was given much less because Bobby Wagner is falling off a cliff in terms of athleticism. If people bitched about Anthony Barr, I promise you're going to hate Bobby Wagner. I promise. Bobby Wagner is obviously better, and he is going to be a Hall of Famer. He's smarter, all that shit. He'd be a great leader.
Super Bowl champ.
But we would have to ask him to do the bare minimum on defense, and I don't like that. I would rather have Odell Beckham. I'd rather gamble on Odell Beckham.
Do you even know the Rams defensive coordinator's name? We have
Lewis McPherson.
Quinn.
Ooh, Dan motherfucking Quinn.
Well, yeah, Dan Quinn would. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that.
They can
but
hear
I would
it.
rather see.
Listen,
I'd
hold
rather
up,
see
hold up.
Leighton Vander Esch and Damon Clark on the field than I would a Bobby
This is
Wagner
what
who's falling off athletically.
Damone Clark is the exact reason why I want Bobby Wagner.
That's what's in it
He's
down.
going to mentor this dude. He's going to show him the side of the game, help him understand. That's one thing I miss about Sean Lee is he understood the game.
My
and
boy.
he
That's
could-
my guy. Sean Lee's my guy.
And yes, he got injured, whatever, but he understood the game, know exactly where to be. And he also was on the sound of the sideline, helping out the younger guys. Bobby Wagner doesn't have to come in here and be the dude. We've got dudes that have the blue dot on the back of their helmet already, the J-Ron curses, the LVEs whenever J-Ron was hurt. Doesn't matter. If you're asking Bobby Wagner just to come in here and do the bare minimum, then I'm ecstatic for Bobby Wagner.
Guys.
He's that much. He's that dude.
Let's hear the
Also-
tiebreaker. We got to hear the tiebreaker. We got to hear the
OBJ is the diva.
EJ. I hate to cut you off.
Oh my God!
Guys, guys, we need to have the tiebreaker, quick tiebreaker, and then we got to get into this mock draft here.
I mean, when I look around this room and I look into
He's
the
going
eyes,
OBJ. What a little bitch.
I look into the eyes. I look into the eyes of my players and my coaches.
This is him being Jerry Jones, just so you guys know.
I'm following you if you say Bobby Wagner.
Dallas Cowboys. Chris says Bobby Wagner.
This is what.
Look, I'm being I honestly,
Daddy,
I say
don't
load
do
up
it,
on
Daddy.
the D, bringing Bobby
Oh,
Let's
the Swaybo.
fucking go. Okay, hey, shake it off, everyone. Shake it off.
Shake it off. We gotta get back.
We're in the war room now.
We're in the war room, baby.
We all know that. We all know that Alex drafts based on size, and Bobby Wagner can be a thick, big boy.
My favorite thing is when we timed out the episode, we thought we were going to be going into the mock draft at about 6:45, 6:50, which is like, what time is it now?
But we are an hour and 25 into the actual episode. We came in.
You said tardy. You said 2 hours. Okay, we're looking okay.
So I think we can get this done in a half hour. I don't know though, because
doubt it.
Here's what I want to know: Did that last little questionnaire throw us into?
I mean,
into some bad vibes. Now we're going into the war room. We need to be together, so we need
everyone
to agree on. We got to agree on something here.
Time out. We got to get our positions here. Everyone knows I'm Big Mike. Duh. Everyone knows AJ. Everyone knows AJ.
I'm Jerry Jones.
Jerry's Jones. Adam, you're Steven.
Yep.
EJ is Will McClay. So.
That gives Matt Vink Schottenheimer.
Matt Vink is Schottenheimer. So
EJ.
Jeffy, that leaves you with probably the best looking guy of the bunch. I think you're our Dan Quinn tonight, buddy.
Oh, I'll fucking take Dan Quinn.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, defaulted to Dan Quinn. I feel like that's a pretty good default.
So typically we've done a 4-round mock draft. We haven't changed the settings. It looks like they've added a turbo option here, which we can click into. But here's the things that we got to decide on. Let me just get them all out, and then we can kind of free for all. We got to decide on, do we trade or not, and then how many trades? Are we going to adjust any of these advanced settings, and then how many rounds do we actually want to do?
I'm going to say 4. We have to go consistent.
Four's good.
We've done a 4-round mock draft every time.
So Jerry and Steven will pick together if it comes down to that time.
Crack him if you got him, son.
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him.
Because we also have to figure out, are we going to pick round by round? How are we going to break that down?
I think a discussion's good. One, you need to have draft buzz up.
But it will come. We're gonna get draft buzz
because it's halfway through. I was like, is draft buzz up? Get draft buzz up.
What does this guy look like?
I'm gonna break down.
Break it down.
I'm gonna break down some rules here. Oh, I'm gonna leave it open a little bit. I feel like we discuss. Get some sort of 15-minute timer up. Get some sort of 15-minute timer up so that we don't surpass. Actually, let's go 8. We're going to cut it almost in half. We're going to do 8 minutes.
Well, they do 10 minutes and then 7, I think.
Or we go 4-minute timer and we do 2 mock drafts. One where we trade for DeAndre Hopkins. One where we don't.
You're being crazy, dude. EJ, if we do 2 mock drafts, I understand. 4 minutes, Adam, myself, and Alex can't have a conversation about anything in 4 minutes.
Yeah,
that's just not gonna. I do love the idea,
and that's something we can add to because we're going to be doing a bunch of mock drafts. But
I think 10 minutes. We do a 10-minute timer because you guys will realize that 10 minutes goes very quick when you start talking about people. And it's actually
when we're trying to figure out
who we're going to go. I think 10 minutes per round, and then what are you guys' thoughts of trades, Deffy and EJ? What do you guys think about trading? Do we want to do 1? Do we want to do 0? Do we want to do 2? Do we want to do as many as we want?
When you say trades, do you mean during the draft?
Yeah, during the draft.
Are
yeah.
We gonna?
You guys just want to roll with 26, 58, 90, and 127 or 26? So. Okay, no trades. I like it.
I want to have the trade in my pocket in case we get washed in the first to trade back.
Are we doing
one trade?
One trade. Okay, we can pause it and possibly do a trade if we're like, okay, everyone agrees on this one dude and he's gone.
So
pause it.
So what that will mean then is we will roll slow until we make the trade, and after that, then we just roll fast and take it from there. But that's good. Okay, I'm down.
So no round. We will not change any settings. We'll go a 4-round mock draft. We'll do slow settings so that we can all see who's being picked as they're being picked. Let's fucking do it, baby.
Okay.
Hang on.
Toss me one, son. Oh, that all stops to get that. Yeah, there you go.
One-handed catch, baby.
Patty Mahomes over here.
We're ready to go.
Okay, timeout. Before we go, at 26, we never do this. We never pre-plan what we're doing.
Oh yeah, what the fuck are we looking for?
Let's all go around.
My decision is based.
Just position. Yeah. Everyone just go around real quick. What position are you looking for at 26?
I'll just spit it because I cut you off. trying to say it.
Okay, say
and
it.
now I'm going to finish that thought. I'm going for the best player available for our need.
Well, what's your need though? That
But it depends. Like if
you just dodged the whole question.
No, but if, for example, if wide receiver is not available, who I think we can get in the second or third, then I wouldn't necessarily draft them.
Okay, AJ's going BPA. I like BPA. That's not a bad answer.
But
BPA is also an answer.
It's not best. It's not BPA based off of
BPAN. Best player available needed.
Yes. There we go. I love
BPAN.
it. That's a new
BPAN.
stat. Add it, PFF.
Adam,
Dallas Cowboys. Chris is saying O-line.
O-line, okay.
For O-line.
Dad, what are you saying?
I mean, I you know me. If we're not doing trades for someone like D-Hop, I'm looking at a wide receiver.
Okay, EJ, what do you got? Position. First
Me, I'm
round, just
taking wide receiver.
Wide receiver. We got two wide receivers. Deffy, what do you got?
I'm gonna do like just two. Number one will be wide receiver, and if the guys I don't like at wide receiver are there, I'll just do BPA.
Okay, so it's looking right now that we're doing wide receiver. We got three wide receivers,
BPA.
and then my pick is BPAN. So I'm going with AJ. So this is what we're doing. Wide receiver. If we don't like the picks at wide receiver, we're taking the best player.
Let's get into it.
Let's go.
We're going slow though, so if we see something, crack them if you got
If
them.
you got him, we can trade if we
We
want.
see something, we're gonna. Anyone just shout out. Can you guys see the screen? Okay.
Shout pause if you think we should trade for someone.
Okay.
Shout pause if you think we should trade for someone.
Okay, here we go. Episode nervous.
AJ doesn't like to zoom in.
Bryce?
Pause.
Pause.
Hey!
Actually,
I'm just kidding.
oh, I was like, we're only at 2 picks. Who are we? We're trading up to 3.
I was like,
Got him.
look, in Madden, I would do this, but okay.
So what do we got? Let's see where they got. I bet
Bryce Young, then CJ Stroud. Will enter. I mean, it's the same draft anyone will see when they go on to PFF. Interesting enough,
Jalen Carter to
that
6.
Levi QB is still on the board. There he goes.
Will Levis.
Yeah,
Yep.
Levis.
Kentucky gone. Witherspoon, great CB to the Falcons. Peter Skoronowski.
Getting ready to pause if anyone
Paris
needs
Johnson.
Oh, good. Go to the Eagles.
So we got 2 corners off the board. What are we looking for wide receivers? No wide receivers off yet, guys.
No, we're looking
Joey
good.
Porter to the Jets. That would be terrifying. Wide receivers. That's what we're looking for here. There's some good wide receiver. Oh, there goes
the first
JSN's off.
I mean,
JSN's
we can
off at
pause
16.
at any more. I'm pausing because I'm getting a little nervous. We're at 8th. Only one wide receiver off the
18th.
board. 18th. No, sorry. 8 picks away. My bad. We're 8 picks away from our pick. One wide receiver's off the board. I'm very interested in trading to pick the next best wide receiver.
We know you are.
Well, if we trade up, then
Johnston?
it should be with the Seahawks because the Chargers are going to draft a receiver. So
Okay. No, I'm.
So
Let's keep
pause
it going.
it. Let's go. The Lions go. Wide receiver.
goes Addison. That's fine.
Okay.
That's who I was thinking for.
Okay, we're rolling. We're
Okay,
going.
now we're just-
Now we're going.
now we're
26.
just we're
You're
just
rolling.
rolling. Yeah.
You're rolling 26. Maybe Zay Flowers is still there.
Man.
Maybe Zay Flowers is still there. Nope. There he goes.
Fuck, there he
If I
goes.
was gone,
Hey,
baby.
we're gonna.
There goes Pete. Oh, fuck my dick. No. Oh, we're getting fucked. Okay,
Oh,
hey.
Okay. Hey, there's the guy we talked about earlier.
Cansey.
Cansey's on the board. Nolan Smith's on the board.
Josh Downs is our best.
Guys, I think our picks already decided. We said if we weren't going to take the best wide receiver, we were going to take the BPA. And
Kansas very
Keep
obviously
scrolling down a
BPA.
little bit. See, for me, I would honestly trade back.
we get one. We got to
get a
all
trade.
agree. We all got to agree, though. Are we trading back? And if so, AJ, who's asking to trade for us right now?
Well, right now it's not good picks, but we can
Green,
still.
we're not trading to the 45th
No.
pick. Not a fucking
None
chance.
of these, the teams that are interested are who we can trade for, but
So
we
we're
can
gonna
still
lose.
make our own offers.
We can offer, but we're gonna lose value if we try to offer. So what are you guys thinking? What do you guys want to, EJ, Deffy? If you were gonna trade back, I'm in the boat right now. Cansey's probably Cansey or Smith, in my opinion. Here.
I think
I'm fine with trying to
Kansas is
even-
more important for us. I would say.
Oh,
But
interior
at the same
definitely.
time, though, trading back and getting Josh. Sorry, I keep saying this on Twitter, but if all those receivers were gone, what a serious organization would do is trade back and draft Josh Downs. Josh Downs, I love Josh Downs. I like Josh Downs a lot.
So where do you? So we did. Okay. So EJ, what do you got?
Sorry, for me, if we're gonna trade back, I wouldn't consider Josh Downs a first round player. So if I'm trading back, it's into the second round. Then we lose our 5th round option.
Well, we're going to do what the Can Fan guys do. We're going to bring Josh Downs up here. I mean, don't mind how it looks like someone only. Looks like someone who tells good jokes. He looks like a very personable guy.
You know what I don't like about him is he's got 5'10" here, and then he's got 5'8" here. I mean, what is this guy, a magician?
What did he measure out at the combine?
And he measured at 5'9" at the combine,
which is the average of both websites.
That's the same that Zay Flowers came out at. I really like Josh Downs. I've had to ever since Kayshon Boutte was terrible at the combine. I
had a terrible combine.
I said a few times that if Boutte if he had a bad I needed him to have a good combine for me to have like super confidence in him. But now he just bottom of the barrel type shit. So it was impossible.
Well, hey, we'll get him in the 4th. It's no big deal.
I'll take that.
Ant, I didn't start the timer.
But we're at 10 minutes already. No. By the way, Garrett fucking teed. We're at 10 minutes. This is what I mean.
We're getting close.
Like
3
4
minutes.
minutes.
3 minutes.
4 minutes we'd say one name and it'd be like 4 minutes already.
We got 3 minutes. So here's what I think. I like to shore up that defensive interior position.
I think,
and then I just pulled up the wide receivers that are still available here.
Yep.
Let's look at who we can get in the second round.
They're also small though. This is what I don't.
Well, not Wilson and Perry are not.
Wilson's a decent size.
Perry and Rice are all pretty big.
But those are all third guys.
But that's what I'm saying.
Real quick, I have a question. Do you guys see Tony Pollard as just a running back, or is he just a weapon?
No, he'll be a running back next year. I think.
He better be a fucking running back.
They didn't use him as a weapon when he should have been used as a weepan.
And now with
running.
Mike McCarthy, he's going to be a straight running back.
I think in terms of what he can produce, he's going to have to eat up a lot, at least more 50 fucking more than 50% of the running game, and then he's probably gonna be catching a lot of the balls too.
Yeah, but out of the backfield though. But he's never like. Okay, let's hear it. No, go.
Sorry, my point was that if you just see strictly as Tony Pollard as just a running back, then okay, you probably feel the same about tight end. But if you don't, and you just see him as a weapon, what's stopping us from looking at the tight ends right here? If there's a good guy on the field that it's a solid route runner.
I fucking hate tight end. I hate tight end at one. I really do.
Yeah, you got two dudes that hate tight ends. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to draft a tight end for the 3rd round. I mean,
first round.
So
first round, I can't do it. EJ second, maybe. Maybe. Kincaid? Was Kincaid your guy?
Kincaid is definitely worth 26 in my opinion.
But he gone, son.
Okay, so guys,
he's gone, so we're good.
This is what I think we got to do. We got to take Cansey. We lock up that defensive.
Jerry's pleading his case here.
Hang on, Look, I love him. He's a big boy in the middle, and that's what we're looking for. So we get Cansey, and then we're gonna play it slow. We're gonna look for that trade, and
we do have the trade on the table. Then
yes, we do, my friend. And so we're gonna throw.
I got to be Big Mike. Jerry, you're right.
That's right, and that's why I love
Daddy, hurry up! We've already done.
We all got to say our pick. We all got to say our pick.
Cansey.
I'm saying Cansey.
Wait. Could I suggest one thing before we take him?
It has to be quick.
Come on, DQ.
We got 15 seconds.
I just want to. You know what? Just draft him. Whatever.
Okay, draft him.
No. Say it.
Dan
I
Quinn.
want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Okay. What I was gonna say. It's gonna take a little bit. Not a little bit, but like.
Do it.
I couldn't have done it in 15 seconds. Anyways, so I saw a mock draft with DeAndre Hopkins getting traded for pick 26 and 58, and then the Cardinals giving us their second and their third. And their second is like the third pick in the I don't know, whatever.
Deffy, that sounds like some Da Vinci Code shit. That's like you expect Alex to do that in 10 minutes on the computer? That is going to be super hard.
Because now if we do that, we get an extra 3rd round pick, and
We'll try.
we're literally just trading back.
Well, now we have to try
Now
it.
we gotta try. it.
Okay. So so what's the trade? I love it.
So
Hey, bring
the
up my
Cowboys'
computer.
The Cowboys' first round pick.
Yeah.
Did you already? Oh, okay. Sorry. The Cardinals.
34th?
34th, and their 3rd round pick. And then the Cowboys pick 58 with the Cardinals also adding DeAndre Hopkins.
And add DeAndre Hopkins, AJ, over on them. Scroll down a bit. There you go.
And we're adding 58. Oh my goodness!
I know. I don't love it.
They say they're not. They're not
even interested.
Listen. We are getting DeAndre Hopkins.
No, they won't even take it. They won't even take it.
8 picks.
Offer it though. Offer it though.
Offer it though.
I mean, the guy that did it on mine was a Cardinals fan, so he probably did it from the Cardinals' perspective. So I don't know.
Trade it.
Offer
Trade
it.
it. Kid said 0 chance.
Hey, there's our trade. Holy
I
fuck!
mean,
I'm happy for that.
EJ, no, I'm not. EJ and I are both kind of like, what the fuck? I said offer it. I said offer it because I didn't think there was an actual fucking chance they were going to take it.
Hey, well now
Now you resume draft. Okay, well,
now we're stacked. We got a little bit.
Picks back,
Okay,
and we
listen,
got
hey.
a guy that could be a number 1 receiver too.
Hey,
obviously we have
Jeffy,
picks, but you know what I mean.
you see me dancing? Because I like that trade.
AJ, restart this draft. Don't offer them 96, and then give them Dorrance Armstrong.
you can't. We can't restart it.
Hey,
this is it.
listen,
this
Will
is
McClay-
it.
No,
This is version 4,
Hey,
baby.
Will McClay, if my daddy went ahead and clicked it on his computer, it's set in stone.
I didn't think you were going to take it.
I'm sorry. I say that we screw the rule and we can trade back up into the 2nd round.
I'm okay with that. I
don't really give a shit. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we can draft it. We can trade as much as we want.
After that?
Well,
After Debbie just played a Doctor Strange and broke the multiverse
guys,
there. Like,
speed it up. Speed it up a bit here.
I'm still playing it slow.
No, speed it up
Just
a bit.
while we watch. Well, Nolan Smith. Hang on, I'll speed
Oh
it.
my
If the
God.
Cardinals got that haul, they better be covering like $8 million of DeAndre Hopkins.
They
salary.
would. They'd have to.
There we go. We're on the
Okay,
board
we're on the
again.
clock. Josh Downs is there now.
Josh Downs!
Well, but wide
I
receivers,
wanna-
wide receivers is out of the books now. We traded for DeAndre
Oh, yeah.
Hopkins. We're not taking.
We don't need that.
We're not taking at fucking 34. We're not taking a wide receiver. There's just no chance.
Well, with our pick
I
of
like Mazzy
D-Hop,
Smith.
let's get some O-line support.
I like me personally, Mazzy Smith and Henley. Those are or Cam Smith. Those are my 3 guys. Those are the 3 dudes I'm thinking are good fits here.
Oof.
Go back to the list, AJ.
EJ, could I ask you a
speechless.
question?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm kind of curious why you think like we just got trade like destroyed. You know, like
I didn't realize that we got Arizona's 2nd.
Oh, you thought we were out of the second.
moved
Oh,
up
yeah.
6 picks. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought we just got fleeced. I was like,
No.
what in the hell did
What
we
the hell?
just do?
Why would we do that?
Because Jerry Jones, AJ Jerry Jones is fucking great.
No. I've done many drafts with this, as probably some of us in this room and on this call have.
Ad's
But-
probably done 45 more than you.
Yeah.
0.
3?
Oh, okay, so we actually moved up quite a bit.
But
in the
I'm
second
saying
round with this trade.
I did not, like, I've never had a 0,
And then it hit offer trade and it goes
and
through.
that goes through. I've never had 0. I've had like 2 or 3%, but never.
I've had 45 and been happy with that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so
I'd say for this pick, we look at offensive line and then corner as well.
Yeah, I want O-line.
Now, before we do that,
Dallas Cowboys. Chris wants O-line, and so does Aiden Rock is on the chat.
I just want to say
So
this.
the fans are asking for Jerry Jones.
We've got both LA and Seattle who are only 2 picks back and 3 picks back looking for.
Do we just blow our
trade.
loads on trades this time?
I'm just look, I'm just saying.
Well, let's look
Why
at the
not?
players. Let's look at the players first, and if there's someone that we think we could trade
Sure.
back to,
Yes.
and gain a pick. So
I'm just saying none of these top picks here, besides maybe Mazzy Smith.
I like
is
Cam
that-
Smith too. I'd be happy with trading back to 38 and seeing if we could get Cam Smith.
I like
Oh my
Resign.
God! They
Whoa!
They have
Double
the guy
A?
from Nebraska that you're on.
Double
right now.
A?
Yeah,
can't say
double
his
A.
name.
We call him double A.
I like him.
Double
He
A.
always goes first round.
Hey,
What the
let's
fuck?
trade back for double A.
Do we trade back? Okay, so we can either trade back 2 to LA or 3 to Seattle.
Oh, wait.
Or do we just
Look
take
at what
them?
they're offering before
Do we just
Go back
take
down
them?
really quickly.
We got
Sorry?
a minute 20. We got a minute 20 left.
Jack Campbell's
Go
there
back down really
too.
quick.
Jack Campbell, I
Because
saw.
I
Scroll
see,
down.
I see what you guys are saying about Adebawore, or however you say his last name.
Double A.
But Steven Avila is nice too.
As a-
you're
as-
right. Oh,
as a
okay,
guard.
Okay, here's what we can do, right? We can trade back, and depending on what picks we get, we
Yeah.
can always like.
Okay.
Trade back, and if one of them's there,
57 seconds, gentlemen. 57
Yeah.
seconds.
That's a fake time. That's a fake time.
trade back.
What are the offers though? I want to see.
Yeah, let's get offers.
Well, they don't offer us. We get to. They're just interested. So let's.
yeah, but
let's,
then you can fuck around with them though.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that one. Obviously, they're like, oh yeah, we want.
So
it.
take more from them now. No, they ain't taking that. Go 77.
Hey, well, neither was Arizona, and guess what happened?
That's true. Try 69 and just see if they take it.
Nah, try to pick up their third from New England.
Well,
Yeah.
first, let's just.
Offer it and see if they take
Yeah.
it. We get 4
It already
times.
says this trade
Okay.
will not be accepted.
I know,
but
but
it
that
said
would-
that the
that-
last. It
that
said
was
0
with
the
our-
last one, and they accepted it. The last
so
time
that-
it was at it said 0%.
So
the
hang
last
on.
trade we made and
Then-
they took it.
One more trade. One more.
Offer.
One more. One more back
I
is
wouldn't
Seattle.
mind. Is 136? What is that? Is that a 5th rounder?
Yeah, we don't want to trade outside of the 4th because then we don't get a pick because we're only doing a 4 rounder.
There's no way they accept that.
This is a 50. This is a 14% chance.
Now hold up, AJ, go ahead and just give him 129 from our side,
Just for fun, just to gain one.
just to see. Just
Yeah,
to see
just
if
to
they
gain
Okay,
one.
if we're gonna do
129.
that, then I'm gonna go back and do that with the Rams.
But then we lose one in the 4th though.
We
Depends
lose
on
one
how
in
much they
the.
want to.
Depends on how much they want to fuck, you know?
We're
Oh,
losing
there's
a
no
pick in
way
the
they'll
fourth.
take
There we
it.
go,
It's
there we go.
round
Pick.
pick.
Yeah.
We got it. We traded
So we
back
moved up.
to
We moved up into the 3rd out of the 4th. Okay, resume.
and moved up and we traded. Yeah.
Rams are terrible.
Well,
Let's
let's.
see what they traded up for.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Here we
Yeah,
go.
right. We're gonna see. That's funny.
Cam Smith they took.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's
not
okay.
a bad. It's not
so-
terrible.
so now-
Rams
Can
see,
you
it makes
scroll
sense.
down a little and see when our? Never mind. Forget it.
So yeah, we're right here now. So
I think we need someone on the O line, so I would take Steve
Avila.
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 I agree.
Avila.
We did lose McGovern. I think that's probably our best go. To be honest,
Hold
with
on.
what we need.
Here. Oh,
Here's the
sorry.
thing. We could always get Motzi Smith, and I mean, I'm just saying, Josh Downs at this pick is. I think that's amazing
We got D-Hop
value.
though.
I know, but we could always double dip. I really love Josh Downs.
Then you're pushing
on-
Tolbert further down.
That's fine. Bro. That's what, like,
I love it
That's
when
what I was saying.
I love it when personal
Dudes,
favors come
No,
in.
we
I love it.
gotta look at.
Well, you're
This
the one
is-
who decides.
I know. Look,
Jerry, what do you say?
Hey, you are Jerry Jones. You got to say, "Listen here, you
Look,
fucks."
we gotta
And then
look
do a press
at-
conference
we got-
afterwards.
Look, I am gonna croak in probably 18 to 74 months. Okay, so we need to really consider winning a championship within the next year. So I don't want to bring
51
on a
seconds.
Josh Downs and have us. We just pulled
45 seconds.
We just pulled D-Hop.
I think. Okay.
I mean, for
okay.
real. Let's bring on a
Uh,
player who's gonna add to the value today. I want that Super Bowl.
we
Goddamn
literally
that, son, I
have 30
need that
seconds.
Super
We
Bowl.
need names.
Okay.
Motzi Smith.
I'm
We can
via-
do Motzi
I'm going
Smith
via.
or Double A. That's my opinion.
Okay,
I'm
Motzi
going to
Smith.
Villa.
I think I'm going to Via.
I'm going to
too.
Via as well.
That's 3.
That's 3.
That's 3.
Jerry?
God damn it.
That's 3.
I mean, we're drafting the guard.
I with McGovern gone and us not knowing what we're gonna do at guard, I don't hate it.
Okay, here we go. I really love Double A.
I love Double A, and if he comes back to bite my
thing
ass,
is-
I'm gonna fucking bury you.
Hey,
son.
my name's Big Mike because I like big guards.
Okay, we're taking the guard.
Not a sexy pick.
Not a
TCU
sexy
though.
pick?
TCU pick. Fans are gonna like it.
Terrible pick.
It's all right.
We needed it,
We're
though.
flowing through now.
Who said terrible pick?
Jalen Hyatt got taken by
Where'd Hyatt go?
Can't.
Doesn't matter. Darnell Washington went late. He's dropping off a little bit by the looks of it.
Look, I think he went to the Titans.
AA gone.
Aiden Roque is in the...
Monch Pitt at 55.
Oh!
Monch Pitt gone at 55.
Oh, well.
Oh, Booty gone at 63.
Who do we got? Okay.
Hooker gone at 67. So there's names dropping
Nathaniel
off there.
Dell dropping down.
Garrett, oh my God, Garrett
Williams
has to be the pick here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I'm already on that. Williams here too.
Hey, let's check other corners though too.
You want Tomlinson? I don't like Tomlinson's size.
Yeah, we already have like 5 slot corners too.
He's too
Well,
small.
I'm just saying
Eli
their
Ricks.
rankings.
Oh
Eli
man,
Ricks is available.
I agree. I'd rather take Ricks over Williams, to be honest.
A lot of people, and myself included, kind of think that Garrett Williams could be a better safety than corner.
So what are we
And
going?
I
So
think-
corner.
We don't
Ricks
need
is-
safety.
I'd
I
rather
think
take.
Ricks is a safer pick.
I think Ricks is out of those three.
Yeah. I
So that
prefer
we
Ricks,
already got 3. Yeah, I think Ricks is.
I'm
the
down
pick.
with Ricks.
If you're feeling 6, draft Ricks,
Now,
baby.
before we do that, can we just look to see what the linebacker situation is?
Yeah, let's see linebacker.
Ew.
Are you gonna get the boy out of Tulane going to be there or no?
I like. Sewell keeps
No.
dropping.
Dorian Williams.
Williams is
terrible.
there. You don't like Sewell? I like Sewell.
We got 3 more picks after this one included. So
I think Eli Ricks is our go to here,
yeah,
guys.
Yep.
I didn't think he was.
God.
I didn't think Ricks would be there. Why?
Dallas Cowboys Chris is yelling in the chat, running back. Draft a running back.
Fuck.
check
Look
running
at running.
back.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Who the fuck is who can Cowboy Smith be?
Oh my
Or
God,
A chain.
dude.
Dallas Cowboys Chris.
No, I'm
Cowboys
looking
Chris,
at
sorry.
Charbonnet.
You like Charbo?
Charbonnet's good.
I really like Charbonnet. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Wayne
Okay,
McBride is
going to
good.
Draft Buzz. What does he look like? We need-
6'1",
yeah,
220. There's your replacement.
But Def before, so he's got the size.
You like it. You
Alex
like
likes the
it.
size, but now it's all gonna look at what his
Get him
profile
up on
picture-
Draft Buzz.
Get
Oh
him
yeah,
up on Draft Buzz.
Okay,
Come on.
okay.
Alex, get draft.
Zach Charbonnet, darling Charbonnet.
Ben DiNucci just got a rushing touchdown in the XFL, says Dallas Cowboy Chris.
Oh, of course he did.
The Nucci gang, baby.
And then Aiden Roquez in the chat says, we have an outstanding defense. We just need weapons to help bipolar Dak play better, which is why we drafted that guard.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, kind of looks nerdy enough that he could run through some
He's
peeps.
the 4th ranked, though, dudes.
I don't know. We are very judgy by smiles. Fake smile. He looks like a serial killer.
Give me a Google image search.
Very
like-
serial killer looking.
Like E.T.
Very serial killer.
Give me an ET search.
Okay, his Google images are.
A little bit better.
I like-
give me some of those biceps. Go on the biceps, the arm sleeve shirt.
Yeah,
He's a big ass.
he's a
dude.
fucking big dude.
Yeah.
His bicep shots making me feel a little bit better than his ET shot.
What's the name of the running back on the Packers? Who's like the big guy? I can't remember his name right
Fucking
Jones or
now.
Dillon?
AJ Dillon.
AJ Dillon. Yeah, AJ Dillon.
Zach Charbonnet is AJ Dillon if he was like actually good at football.
And we need a bigger guy. We got TP20 going to be slagging it out. We need a bruiser, guys.
I don't hate him.
I don't hate it either.
I don't hate it.
It's a value
Problem is,
pick at this
though,
point.
Eli Ricks is here. That's the thing.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
Dallas
Yes,
Cowboys,
but is Gilmore
Dallas
enough
Cowboys,
to...
Dallas Cowboys Chris, which we don't know who he could be slotted in our war room. Dallas Cowboys Chris says he's a former Michigan Wolverine. Pick him. Dallas Cowboys Chris loves the Wolverines. So
Here's my caveat to the situation. So Gilmore is a 1-year rental. Do we feel good behind him after
No.
he loses? And then do we feel good if we don't retain Tony Pollard? So I think that in my opinion, the running backs stretch further
Yeah.
than the corners here. So I would go Eli Ricks.
That's
But
fair.
Look, we
But at
need...
the same time, there also could like another guy could fall to our next third round pick because we have a shit ton of third round.
We do have a shit ton of third.
Wait. When is our next third round pick?
That's 90. What are we at? 69?
90 and then 96.
Ooh, that's a big fall.
So what was that? What was
21 picks were
what
dropping.
was Charbonnet? What was he ranked there?
60.
But there is a lot of. There's still decent. There's still a lot. Go to running backs. There's still dudes you're going to be able to get.
I like Miller down there.
Yeah, you got Miller. You got Miller. I'm a huge Dwayne McBride guy.
Spears. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Draft
Eli Ricks,
and then we're gonna get Tajay Spears because he's
Okay. Hey,
he should not be that low.
Eli
what
Ricks, it baby.
You know what I love? I just love the conversation. Keep it going. Let's get them. Bring them on board.
Bring him on board, baby.
Call them up. You know how I like to do it.
Boom, Eli Ricks.
Welcome to the team.
Eli
son.
Ricks.
Good
Welcome
pick,
to the
boys. Good
Jones
pick.
Family Cowboys.
Great pick. Great
Charbo
pick.
went to. I missed the team.
Charbonnet.
I know, and if I try to scroll back,
Yeah, just
the
leave
only
it.
thing I
Just
don't
leave
like
it.
is that
Just
you
leave it.
can't.
It was
You
good.
see,
Sewell to the fucking Lions. Williams, wow, that far. 85 to the Chargers. Here we are,
oh,
boys.
A.T. Perry just went.
So we're
Tajay
now.
Spears.
Yeah, we're going running back here. We're going running back
Tajay
here.
Spears. Tajay Spears.
Dwayne McBride.
Can we check wide receiver real quick though?
Of course.
We'll look at it.
Come on, we got 10 minutes
course
here
we
that
can.
we're not even running the shot clock here right now.
Holy shit! Why is Nathaniel Dell dropping so much?
Yeah, people aren't like. He
Off
ran a
field,
5.
right?
He ran a
Off-field issues.
4.5.
In my
Let him know my
opinion,
boys
we
there.
can take Tajay Spears here, and then on our next pick, which is like 6 picks away, we're gonna be able to get like a solid wide receiver.
This is my thing. I honestly,
I agree.
I do think we have to go running back here.
Go running back.
We have to go
Let's see
running
the
back here.
you got.
I thought running back between first and third, and this would technically be our actual third round pick. I really like
Sorry,
McBride.
Does Dorian Williams do anything for anybody?
Me, yeah, I'm a Williams guy.
What's this? Oh,
Linebacker.
I mean, he had like 130 plus tackles his senior year.
He's just small though. He's small though.
yeah.
He is a little bit smaller.
I
but
think
man,
he's still going to be
really like
around.
him.
I think
He'll
he's
be
still
around-
going to be
he'll be
around
around on our next
He's
pick.
going to be around for our next pick.
He'll
for
be around
sure.
on our next pick.
My only thing with Miller.
Tajay will be around the next time too.
Yeah, fuck. My only thing with Tajay and Miller are they're small guys. I want a McBride who's kind of a banger.
Here's my only thing. Tajay, 5'11", 195, probably can put on 10 pounds in the weight room.
Tony Pollard's still bigger than him.
Oh, yeah, but Zeke was 5'11",
220.
220, so
Fucking absolute beast.
he was a beast. Yeah.
I'm saying this. This is what I mean. Like Tajay Spears and Kendra Miller, they're both the same size as TP20. McBride might even be the same size as them, but he runs different. He's like he's a hitter.
TP's a little bit bigger, like taller.
5'11",
I think
215, son.
If we're gonna use Tony Pollard as our first, second down backs, then Tajay Spears is a really nice piece on third downs. He's a hell of a route runner for a running back, and he's got good hands. So
Yeah, McBride
like
does not
him.
have hands. You ain't taking McBride for catching
Tajay Spears
passes.
should be the pick just because of the fact that he's like. I would consider taking Spears in the second round. The fact that he's there in the third round is.
I need to see his size. Let's see
tiny.
Tajay, baby.
And bring him up on Draft Buzz.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, bring him up on Draft Buzz.
Let's
Come
get him.
on.
We need to get a profile here. What is this creep that you? Who's this?
Charbonnet, our
Charbonnet.
6'2",
Charbonnet.
our 6'2" muscle bound.
I would have liked it to 6'2".
I would
have went with that just because he's such a polar opposite of TP20. Like
Exactly.
5'10", 440. Boring. That's slow. Kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Hey,
I don't hate it. He
maxed
looks
out
like.
rush yards.
I mean, I do like. He looks like he means business.
Yeah, he's 5'10", 200 pounds. That's what he weighed in at the combine.
That's good size. You can put another easy.
Oh, the
10
only
10 pounds of NFL weight.
The
on
only
him.
thing is, I feel like he's three running backs back. We have 6 picks.
Yeah, we're saying trade back. If we're going running back, let's trade back and see.
No.
what
We
happens.
could draft and then 6 picks later probably get him.
Give us a BPAN. What do you guys think?
I say we try to drop back to somebody who's late in third round for this pick and pick up their fourth round.
Yeah, because we don't have a fourth. I'm fucking with EJ's
Yeah, do
thought
that.
process.
That's a good idea.
We don't have a 4th round pick, AJ.
So who do we want to try to trade
Anyone.
with?
Anyone that wants to give us a
Buffalo.
4th round. Give that. They only want to go back one or
I'm
up
just
one.
ask. I'm going to ask.
No, yeah, just try it right now.
Keep scrolling down some. Keep scrolling down on the teams on the round.
Then Bengals.
So we're at 90. Go like what round starts the 4th round? 32 times.
drop-
32
I
times
was
6.
trying to drop below our current or our 96 pick.
Yeah, you're trying
Oh.
to. You're just trying to get back into the 4th round or into the 4th round would be sweet.
Yeah.
So we have a 4th round pick here. So what positions are we trying to go for?
I'm just
here?
saying these guys are
We
giving up.
need a running back.
An RB.
Give
Yep,
give me a quick minute here.
AJ's
And
gonna tinker.
We need a thick body, smashing RB.
A thick boy.
I mean, do I even try to call the Eagles? I puke in my
So
mouth
Carolina,
just thinking about it.
AJ, go to like pick. Just let's try with the Chicago Bears at 103 or something like that.
No, but let me give up so much. Where are the Bears? Whoa, that far back?
Yeah, do it.
I think so,
103.
'cause we're
Don't
gonna
be
have
a
one of
bitch,
these
daddy.
players.
103. Look at it.
Oh no, 103 is okay. So sorry, 103 is a 4th round. So let's go with the Niners at 99. See if we can get that.
Oh, I don't agree with this. I'm kidding. Let's try it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's go, AJ. AJ Jones.
And I want their fucking
This is the
101.
last one we try. If it doesn't work,
We want their 101 or 102. They're not.
Both of them. Just for 101 and 102. Give us both of those, and you can move up to 90. How about that?
What?
yeah. I mean, I mean,
So we give away 6 picks to get 2
No.
in the.
it's not even happening. It's not happening.
They don't want it.
Okay,
These are
we're
politics, though.
guys. We tried this here. We're resuming draft. I'm making
Resume draft.
We're
Yeah,
resuming,
yeah,
and we got to
let's
make a
go.
Hey,
decision.
you're
here.
Mike McCarthy. You can't make shit up.
Well, you just did,
Go
son.
order Chick-fil-A, Mike McCarthy.
Okay, so
It doesn't exist here.
probably let's go with the BPA and then the halfback, the best available halfback next pick.
Or vote here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay, vote.
Just vote.
Yeah, vote.
okay, vote.
Okay. Deffy.
What are the nominations?
Deffy.
I don't have one.
Well, both I think our guys
Sorry,
are both
sorry,
saying
sorry.
Tajay Spears.
Yeah, Tajay Spears is the move.
Tajay
RJ
Spears.
My other pick would be Williams. And then my low-key pick would be Parker Washington.
So we're going Tajay.
Tajay. Okay. Bring him
Running
on
back
board. Where is he?
Tajay.
Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team, Zeke 2.0. Welcome to the team.
Man, if we get
Well, he's got to put a little bit more meat on his bones.
If we get
but-
if we get Zeke 2.0 at that point,
last pick, here we go,
this is
boys.
our last pick, guys. Make
There
it
he is,
well.
Dwayne McBride. I mean, do we draft him too?
No. Well, what? Okay, can we see our picks?
Dorian
here?
Williams.
Can we see our picks here? I think linebackers probably.
Moro Ojomo.
Linebackers
Tight
probably.
ends real quick.
Yep. Let's go. Tight ends probably not a bad idea.
Wants that tight end.
Oops, what the fuck? Sorry.
That's Michael Wilson.
I just want to see him, man. Just got to see them.
No, you're.
I mean, that's a great name, Luke Schoonmaker.
Ooh, cunts. I really like
I mean, that's even. Yeah, me too. I love cunts.
6'8",
Ironically, though,
I know.
he's supposed to be one of the most athletic tight ends.
Let's get
So,
Zach
no,
Kuntz
I
up here. Let's get Zach Kuntz up here.
It's cunts.
I actually like both
What
of
do you
those
think
guys
about
right
him,
there
EJ?
at tight ends.
Yeah. What do you think about him,
Yeah.
EJ?
Oh,
He's
I like that
definitely
smug.
really good.
Straight up
Yeah.
fucking nerd. That's what.
My pick's him just so I can get his jersey. I'm all about the Kuntz.
Oh god, he does not fit with the clone zone at all.
Hold
But
on, look at the picture where he's like flexing and he has a blue jersey.
okay, clone zone it right there. There we see.
Oh, that's
a
clone.
Okay.
fucking NFL player right there.
Okay.
You don't think he's clone zone? I feel like
That's
he's
clone
definitely
zone
cut,
material.
cut
Boys,
from the
boys
fabric.
got some buys.
Not to mention, what is our pick? Late third. We're late third right now. This is the
I mean, he
prototypical Cowboys.
didn't really
tight end
do
draft
much though.
pick right here.
He got 12 receptions.
Yeah, it's because he's all talent. Like he's very like he's a freak athlete, but he really didn't do much.
Great freak athlete, great last name.
Great buys. Looks like a
we
serial
bring him
killer.
on?
These guys. I actually don't hate the guy out of Michigan either. I think he's really good as well.
Also, I thought
We met with him too.
I thought Schoonmaker was the greatest last name of the tight end class until I seen a guy with the last name of Kuntz.
Well, you know what it's going to come down to? Visual preference.
It's going to come down to a look test here.
Yeah, look test. I mean, he looks
He looks
like
all American.
he
looks all American.
He looks like
He looks like the dude from Remember the Titans.
yeah.
The main guy, Gary.
Gary.
Now, what I
Fucking
want to know
All-American. He looks like Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
He looks like Opie from Sons
why is
of
he
Anarchy.
shape-shifting from this picture to this picture?
Yeah, give me.
Look, there are two different photos. I clicked on this one.
Go down to this one right here.
Go down to the one with the flow.
Yeah, give me the one with the flow right there.
Where?
Right there.
Here?
Yeah.
That's not him.
Which one is he?
That's
That
him.
one.
No,
He's got
go
that
back up to
LVE
press the one with
neck.
the beard.
Oh, I see him.
He looks more like LV.
To-
The other
Right
one
there.
looks
Now
like
go
he'd be
down.
funny.
Very left of your screen. I guess, right? He's below his face on the big picture.
Oh, over here.
Exactly,
yeah.
yes.
Sorry.
Exactly.
I was trying. I don't. Is that him?
That doesn't even look like.
Yeah,
is
it
that
looks like a different dude.
That looks like a hockey player.
Sup, dude?
Okay, so who are we taking? We're going tight end, or what do we got? What are we doing?
I'm going for Gary from Remember the Titans if we're taking tight end.
Hey, I'm down to look at other positions as well. I mean, I just wanted to see these guys.
Yeah. If we're doing tight ends, I want to go with Remember the Titans.
Shoemaker.
The guy who gets killed in the car.
He doesn't get killed. He gets paralyzed.
Paralyzed in the car crash.
Rewatch it, dude.
I'll watch it tonight.
Great flick,
Hey,
actually.
guess what? Fuck you.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, fuck you.
We're going Shoemaker.
Okay,
Yeah, my boy Gary. Remember the Titans.
Luke.
Oh.
Don't love it. EJ
No,
doesn't
okay,
love
okay.
it.
Domo.
Okay, we're going.
No, you can go ahead and pick him. I'm down for that.
Boys, it's fourth
I'm
round.
just trying to.
I mean, it's crazy
Third
that
round.
Duffy's guy, Josh Downs, is still here in fourth round. Or no, Nathaniel Dell. Never mind.
Yeah, that's not.
That's not the
one's
same
got-
guy.
none-
Guess what?
none
No,
of
same
our
guy.
guys.
Hey, fuck him.
Tank Dell isn't my guy. I don't fuck with Tank Dell. Like,
No.
I don't think
Josh Parker
I don't
Waters
think
is my
anyone
guy.
does. So, guys, we're gonna go. We're not. Us
Make
three
the
are gonna.
picks.
Us three
Let's
are
go.
gonna stay out of it. You two have to decide between yourselves.
Yeah.
Who we're taking. You guys are our guests on the show.
You're on the clock.
Mock version mock version 4 of the Cowboys Can Fan podcast. We need the 4th pick or 5th pick or 6th pick, whatever it was.
You're on the clock.
What do you
I
think
think
about
we should take a tight
big
end,
nasty?
Mr. EJ.
Oh, I was thinking about the big nasty from Texas.
Oh,
D lineman.
I mean, I'd be cool with
Ojamo.
him too. But if it was going to be between the tight ends, I was just going to say we need to take Kuntz for his ceiling.
Who are you going to take for
But at the
ceiling?
same time, we do need a fat fuck. So I can agree with Ojamo.
Type in his picture. I want to see his picture.
Yeah, let's get Moro Jamo. Let's get it.
Ojamo.
Ojamo.
Osa and Ojamo.
Yep.
That'd be fire.
That'll be great to hear Alex talk about them all next season.
I like it. Who you guys
That's a big
taking?
nasty for you
Is that
guys.
what we're taking? Is it Ojamo or Ojamo?
We'll find out.
It's
Ojamo.
AJ. It's AJ's not going to be able to pronounce them regardless.
Cannot wait. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is the dude we're going with. AJ,
That's
get
a
back
thick
to
body.
it. Pick him, son.
Let's go. Hey,
Add him in.
and I've drafted this guy a couple times in the 4th round, so I'm okay with
And
it.
this is 3rd, I think. So we're good. Draft
It's our
him up.
last pick.
Let's
Pop
get him.
'em.
Welcome
Let's
to
hear
the
it.
All
team.
right.
Get him.
Let's hear it. Great. I'm saying
We got
a
40
B.
picks now. It's just gonna roll off, and then we're gonna get a.
I think we got a solid
grade.
B.
I need to get.
You know,
here, let me
here's
see
the
what I
problem
got
right
here.
now is they're still including Zeke on the payrolls. So even though he's
A post June 1st cut.
exactly so, anything that if you draft a running back, it gets a lower grade
Gets a little cray.
because the need is not there.
Speed that up, dude. Just at the very top there.
Oh.
Just juice it up.
Crank that, soldier boy.
Let's test out Turbo.
Get turbo it. Drag that slider.
It's turbo time.
Oh, it's done. You did that.
Okay. Wow.
And Luke Schoonmaker made it all the way to 126.
D plus. Oh my goodness.
They don't even know.
They like. We gotta see.
Yeah, but look, we got Hopkins.
Dude, this shit doesn't matter.
we got Hopkins. We got a guard.
C.
We got Ricks in the third.
Our C stands for creative, for one.
Then we got our halfback and our defensive interior.
And
I'm happy with that.
And we got DeAndre Hopkins. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, exactly. Do they not count the fact that we did that?
It's tricky. Tricky. Usually, it'll draft your grade, or it'll grade your trade if it's just with one kind of moving part. That their algorithm goes too much going on.
Before you call anybody out, I want to know from EJ and Deffy, what do you feel now that you're looking at the board here? You know, because the war room gets crazy.
Yeah,
it got nuts.
Got nuts.
What
do we feel about our list here? Who do you hate? Who do you want to get rid of? Who are we cutting on day one?
I would be happy as fuck if this happened in real life.
That makes me feel very. That makes me feel good.
Okay, EJ.
Me too.
For me, I think that we reached a little bit on Tajay, and I really love the dude, but I don't think that he's a 3-down running back. So we probably reached on him a little bit. But everybody else, I think, is great value, and PFF's grading is stupid. So,
does that not make you guys feel way better? Like, we respect Deffy and EJ's
absolutely
opinions
appreciate
quite a bit.
We're
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Our A plus draft is going to be like none of them are ever going to start in the NFL, and this our C's, they're all Hall of Famers.
Okay, so during the draft, we are going to be running live coverage for those 3 days. So we'll definitely get you guys on, obviously, because we're going to be probably doing a couple more of these before the end of April. But
the draft starts at 5 our time, 8 p.m.
No, it starts way earlier than 5.
No, it doesn't.
No, it starts 8 p.m.
Not on the Thursday,
EST.
not on day one.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That's what it was like when we were out there. Day one, it was like halfway through the day.
It's 8 p.m. EST is when it starts.
Wow.
And it goes to midnight. So buckle up is all I'm saying.
Yeah, buckle up.
Yeah, I guess.
We booked it off anyways.
We were in Vegas and like it was just getting dark when the Cowboys drafted at
on day one.
24, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess But starting is at 5? Crazy.
I really hope they don't trade the first round pick so that it's an exciting day and we're not just sitting there being like, hey, we don't got a pick.
If we trade the first round pick for DeAndre Hopkins, I'll fucking throw ass.
Same.
We got, I'm not saying the first round pick alone. Like if it was that package, because if we traded pick 26 for D Hop, I'd be mad. Blow up my house.
Same. I agree. AJ, make sure you take a screenshot of that.
I got it.
This is it. This is our mock version 4. And it's in the books. It's on the internet. It lives forever on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully it's funny. It'll be fun to go back and see where these guys go. Because it's, like you guys said, PFF's a very, very imperfect thing.
Fuck their score. I'm looking at what we picked up.
Position-wise, looks
I got to look at this guard here, though. I don't know anything about it.
Actually, before you start calling us out here, though, so the definitive CanFan draft will happen just before the actual draft starts. So we need, because EJ and Deffy have been on a few, if you guys are around on the draft day, we'll do one like an hour before the draft actually starts, and we'll actually do the mock draft, and that'll be our final mock draft.
No, you just do a first round. The day of?
No, we'll do a full final mock draft. It'll be like mock draft 6.0.
So we should start 3 hours prior to the first round then.
No, but this time we'll be like we'll hit the actual timer.
Done.
Because Alex started the timer and then he stopped it. As soon as conversation started, look at him. He's cheating.
You know what? I'm going to have it on my phone next time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a son of a bitch when it comes to
I guess
at 15.
I'm a cheater.
I have a question before we call you guys out. What happens if a team goes over the 15 minutes?
They lose. It goes to the next pick.
And they miss their pick.
That's what happened to Vikings.
Okay, so This is going into effect next time. Okay, I'm going to call you guys.
You mean it does in the actual real life draft? It doesn't just auto pick the next best player.
Like fantasy football.
Before we head out, is there anything you guys want to shout out?
Well, that's what I was about to say, but you guys kept cutting me the fuck off.
Hey, before we call,
yeah, like I was going to say, hey Deffy, hey EJ, is there anything you guys want to call out before we let you guys go? Socials, anything, anywhere people can find you.
I have an Instagram called Deffy Talks Cowboys. Same thing on Twitter, but not talks, because Twitter is dumb.
Oh fuck! Yeah. So on Instagram, is it Deffy Talks though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. But on Twitter, it has to be talk because there's like a limit.
So the guy that is messaging me on Twitter isn't you?
No. Deffy Talks Cowboy is a completely different guy on Twitter. And you do not want him in your DMs, let me tell you this.
And EJ, I know you just got on Twitter. What's your handle, man?
Yep, it's just Boys in the Zone. Find me there, follow me. Just dropping Cowboys content and just keeping it off my personal Twitter from now on, just because I feel like people get annoyed with me a little bit.
Hey man, it's a good way to go about it. You'll find your flavor doing that way. Anyways.
Remember two things. So my son, he's 10. He was at a football combine it's for flag football. They have a combine, so they had to go through all these drills. Yeah. He was wearing a Cowboys jersey at that, and he was just getting he was getting trolled by fucking 49er fans. A lot of Seahawk fans out here on the West Coast.
Did he flex on them?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
That's all that matters.
And he was snapping those fucking things. And then second, God hates Cowboys fans. Just remember that. God hates Cowboys fans.
That was funny.
So
that was a funny. Hey guys, we appreciate having you on, and I'm sure, like Adam and Alex had said, we would love to have you guys on for the draft special. We're gonna be streaming like crazy draft weekend.
Getting
drunk.
Oh yeah.
Studio B. Yeah, Studio B, getting picks that aren't actual picks. Bandwagon boys over there, loved being over here. Anthony here, our guest, always a pleasure. We'll be back Sunday night at, who knows when, 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 5, 6 p.m., who knows. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Hey, much love. Much love to everyone. Thank you.
Was that a record? Am I still on here?
Yeah, you are.
Was that a record? Longest